Hi.
Hello.
How's everybody doing? How's it going? What's up?
The ceiling fan?
Anyway, everybody but Gooba, what's up? Hi, that girl detective, Aunt Maggie. I don't know if you can hear us. You can hear us blink. Wait, this isn't working. Hi, the Pomport. Welcome in. I already said hi, Aunt Meg, but you get another. Hi, Lexi Doodle. Hi, Chats versus Jazz. I did it. How's everybody doing? No, we haven't played the new Alex Hill game.
Yeah, not yet.
We need to. We played the demo, loved it. It's on my Steam wish list, as is so many other games, but I really want to play it. I've been trying to avoid spoilers. It looks great. The demo is fantastic. It's just, when it came out, Gooba was kind of out of town, and it's my busy season, so with this whole Nancy marathon, we didn't want to bite off more than we could chew, which we already are doing, so we definitely plan on playing it.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of when.
It's one that we want to play together, and right now that it's the time of year where that is difficult.
Yes.
But hopefully sometime soon we can find the time to play it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure if we don't stream it or something, we'll let you know our thoughts on it for sure.
Oh yeah. I'm sure it's already fantastic. I know the creator released some patches on some bugs, which love to see that. Love to see some, reaction. If your game isn't working, fix it. That's lovely. Love to see that.
Yeah.
Hi, Archmage Ren. I was like, I missed somebody. Where are you? I'll get you. Wait, I gotta do my goobage.
I gotta do that too.
You wait for me. I go first. 41.
28.
Oh man, Lexi Doodle got 17. Hannah, the developer is missing, yes. What you got?
I just saw on Meg's. I've been playing the new Carmen Sandiego. There's a new Carmen Sandiego?
That's another one that's on my to-play list.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know it was on Xbox. I guess I didn't really know where it was. So
I didn't think that there had been a new game of that in decades at this point. Like
I don't think there has been. I don't think there has been, right?
That's
the first one in years and years and years.
Wow.
But we love to see it, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's too many games. Too many games. It's available on PC too. Perfect. Yeah. I've got so many games I want to play. It's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
It is. It's a good problem to have.
I would much rather there be too many games to play than, no new game, no good games coming out.
Sure. For sure. Like the Indiana Jones game, we gotta play.
Yeah.
Carmen Sandiego. Split Fiction. Yeah.
The new Assassin's Creed just came out. I do want to play that one.
Oh, is that the samurai one?
It's Shadows. And it's supposedly pretty good. Which is a good sign for the series that has not been very good lately.
Yeah.
But again, it's just, it's another huge open world game. Yeah. And, gonna have to put a lot of time into it.
I'm so disappointed. Speaking of huge open world games, I'm so disappointed with the amount of time I put into Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I don't even think I have maybe 10 hours, maybe. Like, I put nothing into that game. And you know how I was with Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I first played Breath of the Wild when COVID hit. And it was my COVID, everybody had their little hobby that they really sunk into to escape the hellfire that is the world. And that was mine. And so I was super hyped about Tears of the Kingdom, and it fell flat for me. It did.
I think it just it felt so similar to Breath of the Wild, even though there's the new mechanics, which I think were pretty cool. Is the same world, and it's just so big. Like, that Breath of the Wild took me 5 years to beat, and I beat it the week Tears of the Kingdom came out.
Yeah,
because I knew I had
you were dedicated. Yeah.
Like, you guys, I think I streamed a good amount of it. Like, you guys saw, back in 2020, 3 was when I finally beat that. And then Tears of the Kingdom, thinking like, oh, this is going to be the game that we play for the next several months or whatever. And then it got like a couple weeks in, I was like, I'm having fun, kind of, but like it's just a lot. It's very daunting.
I probably played it for maybe a month when it came out, and then afterwards I didn't play it until a few months ago, and then I picked it up and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I was like, this is not fun. I'm just gonna play something else because there are so many games. Still need to play Alex Hill, even though I could have beta tested it. Yeah, it's on my TBP, to be played.
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
I like it.
I think Tears of the Kingdom was way too similar. I wish we could have played as Zelda. It kind of felt like DLC.
Yeah, I don't know. Go ahead.
I agree with all of that. Like, if they could have changed up some things, maybe changed up the world a little bit more. Even it feels weird to say that though, because they added essentially 2 more worlds because they have the islands.
There's so much.
And then the whole underground.
There's so much, but it's not enough.
Yeah.
At the same time, how do you go from one of the best games ever made, and I'm not even, I'm totally fine saying that.
Oh, I think like the people who decide those things have put it, if not number 1, in like the top 5.
Yeah, but how do you go from the best game ever made to something that is supposed to be similar? Like you can't. Yeah. You cannot. So, hi Kristen Peachy, welcome in.
And the note about wishing you could play as Zelda, I agree. I wish that, so there was a game that came out last year where you did play as Zelda, but it was like it wasn't the Breath of the Wild style game. It was like a top-down, like almost a platformer type of deal.
Yeah.
And like I think that was cool, but I never played it, but the people I know that did said that it got old like really quickly.
I would imagine it would get old, and I would get overwhelmed I would get overwhelmed with the amount of things that you can like duplicate, because you can like create objects in that. Did you ever play Scribblenauts?
No.
It was a DS game where basically you could type whatever you wanted into the game and it would create it. And that's how you would try to beat the level. So there would be like a massive hole in the ground, and you could type bridge, and a bridge would be created, and you could put a bridge over the hole, cross over, level beat. And it was like as niche as like you could put political affiliations, like you could put Republican, Democrat, Liberal, you could like
really,
and it would create that.
Okay.
And so that's what I kind of feel like. It's fun, it's quirky, it's very cool at first, but after a while it's like, okay, I'm just gonna use a stick to cross this chasm every time. Like, you have so many options, but like, is it that useful?
And the thing about the Zelda game too was like, you know how in Tears of the Kingdom you could like use things to your weapons, but you'd have like the entire menu of items that you could use to something was just one bar side to side.
Yes.
You'd have to scroll forever to find the thing you want.
Yeah.
That's the system that you would use in the Zelda game.
When I was playing Tears of the Kingdom, I wouldn't even do that because I'm like, I'm not even going to go in. I don't want to look at that menu. I don't want to look through everything I have. I'm just going to do what I did in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why it felt so old, like not enough.
Yeah.
Because it was the same thing.
Yeah, but we'll get off this topic, but I would just want to say, like, if there was, I wish that there was a Zelda game that played more like Breath of the Wild, where you play as Zelda.
Yeah.
Because, like, she, in the lore, is very powerful. She can do magic. Yes. Like, you could have a open world 3D, like, action adventure game where you play as Zelda and you can do magic and stuff like that. And I think it would be awesome.
Yeah.
But anywho,
Gooba says we're done talking about it.
I mean, if you have more to say, we can. I just know that we went on a tangent with that one.
That girl detective says I haven't been in the mental space to dedicate to games like that lately. Yes. Yeah. It takes a lot. It really does. It does. Just pulled scribble knots from the recesses of my brain. Yeah. One of those Nintendo DS with the pen games.
I never had a DS, so I didn't experience that. No, you have yours back here.
You know. Live out your pink DS games, Gooba. Okay. Hi Pies Private Eye, welcome in. We're just yapping. But today we're gonna play Nancy Drew. Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. She moon on my lake till a ghost. Gooba didn't laugh when I first typed that out, and I was like, do we need to go to like therapy or something? Because that was funny.
Yeah, as I always am on stream, I'm very tired today.
He's a sleepy guy. He took a nap.
I did. You know, well, we were out and we did some yard work today. We were out in the sun.
Yeah. I did have him. I had him moving around.
Yeah, we went out.
It feels like a long day. I had you get the dirt today. No, not it was.
I went and got
wood.
I went and got some wood.
That was a wink.
And we did some projects in the backyard. Went out, got lunch and ate outside.
We did, yeah. Nice. We had lunch at like 3, which is fun. Okay, let's do a thumbnail face for our video. Wait, you can't do the same ones.
What am I supposed to? Okay, so there's like only so many thumbnail faces.
Yeah. Okay, fine, whatever. He doesn't want to play along. He's not gonna play along, chat. I'm gonna have to scrub through our things and find.
No, let's do.
I'm gonna have to find a still where you don't have your finger in your eye, because that's what a lot of times you do. You rub your face and like, well, Gooba has his finger in his eye. I can't use that one.
Could it be like wiping away a tear or something?
Fine. Okay. Anyway, that's what we're gonna play.
All right.
I am now concerned about your relationship. Please go to therapy, because not laughing at that is criminal. It is, and that's why I was like, I'm concerned. Do we need to cancel stream and talk? We can do that.
Oh, everyone, kids, we're fine.
Kids, don't worry about mom and dad. Kids.
Yeah.
All right.
Everything's fine.
You just keep going to school, get good grades. All right. And if you have 2 Christmases, that's what you get. All right.
2 Christmases means double the presents.
That's right. That's what I always say. I don't know
Not
why.
2 Christmases.
Anyway, hopefully you can see, smell, taste the game that is Nancy Drew Ghost Dogs in Moon Lake. It's been a minute since we played Nancy Drew. Are you excited, Gooba? Good. Get off my screen.
Right. How many times I gotta tell you they haven't invented that technology yet?
Look
at, he's got his fingers.
Choose either junior or senior detective.
Okay, sorry. I'll stop giving you craps about it. Smell scrumptious. Thank you. We're going junior. Look at this. Ghost Dogs.
Hey, fellas.
Very cool. Player challenge screen. Player challenge.
Dear Ned, remember Sally McDonald, the woman
Ned.
who took those photos that Dad has up in his office? Well, she just bought a house in Moon Lake, Pennsylvania. A gangster named Mickey Malone built it back in the 20s as his country getaway. We're talking major fixer-upper. Anyway, last night Sally called and she said she desperately needed my detective skills. She refused to say why over the phone. Naturally, I said I'd drive to Moon Lake immediately. But weird things started happening the moment I pulled up. First, this big tree fell down behind my car and has me totally blocked in. And then I discovered that Sally's gone.
Sick convert,
she left a note that suggested something terrible happens here at night.
Take a picture of this.
She's supposed to call me from her car. So here I sit, writing to you while I wait for the phone to ring. It's nighttime, and although part of me is dying to know what frightened Sally away, another part of me is starting to feel a little uneasy. I'll let you know what happens. Ever yours, Nancy.
Okay, so Nancy just walked in, wrote that letter without like looking around or anything.
Yeah.
She pulled in, a tree fell. She's like, snap. She walks up to the door. There's a note, another picture. Yeah. She steps two feet inside the home, barely closes the door behind her, whips out that paper, gets the stamp from her pocket, writes out to Ned, say, I hope nothing bad happens to me. Love, Nancy. And then she seals that sucker up. She's ready to send it. She wants him on a cliffhanger. She's like, he's gonna open this and wonder if I'm alive. That's what she wants.
Isn't that their entire relationship?
Yeah.
Is her going somewhere, like getting into trouble, and him just being like,
I hope she's alive.
Life the whole time.
Hope she lives. Never played this as a child. I knew it existed, but couldn't track it down, so played it as an adult. Love that. I mean, the peepers, yeah. I mean, it is before texting. I'd probably text somebody if a tree fell behind his car. True. But you would follow up and say, oh, I'm okay. Like, hey, I'm fine.
A tree fell on my earth right behind my car.
Yeah, I hope nothing else happens. She has to leave some revelations for the closing letter. What if she solved the mystery immediately? She and Ned would have nothing to say. That's so true. That's so true. All right, let's step. And a phone rings. You want this fridge? Let's trade ours out.
I don't think we could fit all that much in there.
That's fine.
Hello?
Nancy, hi, it's Sally. We have to talk
Hey,
fast
Sal, gal.
because I'm in my car and my cell phone's running low, so we might get cut off. But did you see my note?
Yes, are you
Have
all
a phone
right?
charger in
No,
your car?
I feel awful bailing on you like that. You must think I'm such a flake.
I'm just worried
Yeah.
about you. What's wrong?
I couldn't stand the thought of spending another night there. I knew you were on your way, but it didn't help. I just got too scared.
I'm just gonna leave you there by yourself.
Big baby, what's there to be scared of?
What's to be scared of? It's so peaceful and quiet here.
Just wait until it gets dark. Then you'll see. What am I saying? Nancy, you shouldn't be there by yourself either. Why don't you just go get in your car and go home? Or drive to Philadelphia. My aunt's got plenty of room.
She's so, like, this is wild. This is crazy.
That's
You invite
such a-
somebody over and you're like, I'm too scared, bye.
That is so shitty.
So Sally makes my anxiety so bad. Like, girlie, just tell us what's going on exactly. She wants to be mysterious and vague.
One of your trees seems to have other plans for me.
What do you mean?
Oh, it came to life and it's holding me captive.
Wait, so the tree monster isn't the scary
Oh my gosh,
thing you
Gary.
were talking about?
Gary the tree monster. Oh
A
my
tree fell
gosh.
down behind my car just as I was driving up to the house. I'm blocked in.
Oh, the dead maple beside the driveway. Oh, they told me it was in danger of falling over when I had the place inspected. I just never got around to doing anything about it.
It's you with my
Listen,
trees.
Call M's Emporium. That's a store
Remember?
on the lake. Emily knows everybody.
R.I.P.
She'll know who to call if she decides to answer her phone.
Rest in pieces, my trees.
We only cut them down because we got them inspected.
I know. My family would not follow up. They'd be like, a tree fell behind my car, and then leave it on. Are you okay? For hours, yeah. At least Sally didn't lock the house when she left. Oh, true. Can you imagine if Nancy was locked out the whole game? That would be a pretty cool first puzzle.
Yeah, have to find your way in before it gets dark or
Yeah.
something.
Oh my gosh. How scary would that be? You hear howling in the distance, and it's just like, I better get inside. I'd break window.
Remaster. Add that.
Remaster,
add
yeah.
that to it.
Yeah.
It's late. Won't the store be closed?
Where's my brain?
Okay, look. I just bought a little outboard motorboat. I haven't used it yet, but the guy who put it in for me said it should run just fine. It's tied up at the dock out front. Just get in it and go. Go anywhere. Just get away from the house.
She's got a lot of trust in the guy who sold it to her.
Yeah.
It'll run just fine. Here, I gotta go, but
Now, you know,
can't
Nancy,
just take off
I'm
in
going to
your
leave you
boat.
at
It's pitch
my
black outside.
house in the woods by yourself.
yeah.
But
Go
don't
around
worry,
the
there's a
house
boat that you
and
can
lock
ride
all
out
the
into the
doors and
lake at
windows.
night.
Do
Yeah.
that right now.
By the way, have you ever driven a boat before? It's fine, you'll figure it out.
Oh, there's no lock on the door.
There aren't any locks on the doors and windows. What
You
are
can
you so
padlock it.
afraid of?
The dogs! Those dogs! Out of nowhere. They're outside howling and snarling.
I'm just imagining
Teeth and
her,
claws.
you know, like
Horrible.
Gulp.
when someone
Dogs?
wants you to
Hello?
think that
Did
there's
you
like
say
static and they
dogs?
just go
Hello?
like, I can't hear you.
She's got a
But you-
candy wrapper and she's
Yeah.
crinkling it on there.
It's like the dogs.
What that?
What is that? This blanket is just burnt into that couch. There was like an atomic bomb and it just blew that blanket into that couch.
It almost looks like it was drawn on with crayon. Like Sally had her nephew over and he just like drew that on her couch.
Yeah. She's like, you know what? It's ugly anyway. Draw on it.
It's like, I hate that couch. It's fine.
It's really dirty in here.
Couldn't clean up. She was too scared.
Something's out there.
Something's out there.
Well, let's run.
Now look what you've done. That was a Strixvaria. At least I think it was. Never know for sure now, will I?
Aren't you on my property?
Excuse you. And the dogs have weird howling noises and I'm like, yeah, they do. Jeez. I read that as, man, the dogs have toot. I'm like, wait. This game is somehow so scary and so relaxing. It is. It really is. Who are you?
Who are you?
My name's Red Knot. And if you've got a volume
That's a bird.
knob, I'd appreciate your taking it down a notch before you scare away everything from here to Lancaster.
Just what is it you're afraid I'll scare away?
Birds. I'm trying to look for birds. What are you doing out here?
I'm Nancy Drew. I'm staying in this house, and I heard a lot
Brad,
of weird
excuse
noises,
you, yeah.
so I came out here to investigate.
That was me, Miss Nancy Drew, calling in birds. And doing a pretty good job of it, too, till you showed up. Where'd you come from, anyway?
I drove in today from River Heights to visit my friend Sally McDonald.
Now, why would you want to do a thing like that? The Malone house is no place for one young woman, let alone two.
You've met Sally?
I talked to her a couple of times. But you know, the last time I saw her, she wasn't doing so good. She acted real anxious, scared.
What do you think was scaring her?
The dogs.
The guy in her tree outside.
The dogs of Mickey Malone. Legend goes that when Malone was finally arrested and hauled away, his 4 dogs went running off into the woods and were never seen again.
That's not true.
People would just hear them, howling like their hearts were broken.
Poor
every night
babies.
until one by one, they all died.
No.
Well, they didn't. That didn't happen.
Not true.
But every time someone tries
They live
living in the
forever.
Malone house, back they come.
Are you saying Sally's house is haunted by ghost dogs?
Every night, ever since she moved in, you could hear them howling. And some nights the dogs would appear outside the house, running around, snarling and barking
They
and
just wanna
throwing
play.
themselves
Yeah.
at the
They wanna
doors and
cuddle.
windows. And then
They're lonely.
gone. They're buried in the cemetery just beyond the house.
they're
you
not.
know.
They're
Sally
alive.
and Malone both.
Did they ever attack Sally?
She never gave them the chance. After the first attack, she stopped going out at night. Just locked the doors when it got dark and sat tight until morning.
I want to know where Red got permission to build a treehouse on Sally's property. Yeah, I wonder like where her property goes to, you know? Because that tree ain't too far.
Yeah.
Tree ain't too far right here.
I assumed that's where he was when he was doing the bird calls, and we could hear him pretty clearly. So
I always assumed he was kind of just like walking around, but it makes a lot more sense that
yeah,
he wasn't
that he
doing
would
that.
be in the tree stand.
Yeah.
The dogs would attack her house?
It's like they don't want anybody but Malone living there. I guess they don't know he's dead. And so are they.
Did she ever call the police?
This isn't New York City, Miss Nancy Drew. All they got around here is one officious little park ranger. And all Jeff Akers does is sit around all day trying to figure out how he can get himself transferred out of here to a bigger park.
Are you a native of Moon Lake?
I just come to Moon Lake in the spring to look for birds. Got an observation platform just up the path, kind of my base camp, and I've got a little outboard down
His
there on
hands
the
are
lake.
kind of small.
Left my car at the big dock up lake. Don't really need it.
That's...
Goodness.
Are those the ghost dogs?
Yes, ma'am. Which is why I think it would be a good idea if I went my merry way and you got yourself back inside that house. Good luck, Miss Nancy Drew.
Yeah, that would scare me. Excuse me.
It's not safe to take the boat out at night.
Yes, it
That's what
is.
Sally told you to do. After she left you here. I don't like Sally.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very frustrated with her.
I'm just like looking around. So like, here's the house, right? It's not too far.
Yeah.
Can we go talk to him?
This must be Red's observation platform.
Left his light on.
I'm scared, Gooba. Wait.
I gotta get out of here.
Looks like a dolphin. And then, oh, I was like, it's gone. It's behind some grass. Anyhow.
So I know I've told you about this, but did I ever tell chat about the internship I had? Where I had to
probably not
stay out at a campground?
Well, so, can you wait till after this scene?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to hear it. What was that?
This is not
good. That would scare the crap out of me. They can turn the doorknobs too.
And control the lights.
The fact that the doors don't lock, I would be so scared.
They're just little buddy.
Oh, baby. Oh, you want a kid?
You just want to come in. You just want to come hang out.
Come give me a snuggle. Come give me a snuggle. Okay, Gooba, tell us about your terrifying internship.
Okay, so this game always reminds me of it, so I may have told this before, but right out of college, I had a summer internship at a campground where basically I would just stay on site and on the weekends, like I had a little double wide trailer inside this campground that I stayed in, and I would like check people into their campsites. The thing about it is that campground was only open on the weekends, but I stayed there every night.
It's stuck.
So
I need some sandpaper.
You know, 4 nights out of the week, I would be at that campground about like a mile into the woods, completely by myself in a trailer. And yeah, it was a very rough summer. Pretty much like,
you're brave.
Exactly what Red said about Sally, like she go in when it gets dark and does not come out. That was me. I never,
the moon's so
like
bright,
I would go inside
flashlight.
Before it got dark out. I would close all the blinds and I would just stay there. I would never go outside at night.
Okay, well, I skipped Nancy saying this poem, but it's fine. So now you have to read it.
Oh, okay. But yeah, one more story about that. There was a night that there was a storm and a big branch fell on the roof.
Nope.
When I was there by myself.
Nope.
That was, you know, I thought I was.
Did you poop your pants?
I was certain I was gonna die. I had a bathroom.
I bet you were so scared.
I was.
Did your trailer ever get attacked by phantom dogs?
Not that I know of. Some people did bring their dogs out to the property though, which was nice.
Oh, did you say hi to them?
Yeah.
You said, "Welcome in, buddy."
Yeah, they would come because I had like my office where you check in everything inside the trailer. So I'd be, whenever people had dogs, I'd be like, "Bring them on in here. Why not? Come on,
guys."
Okay.
Right.
So yeah, that's my story of my terrifying summer.
Tell your truth, Gooba.
Leaves that appear on a fresh spring tree make my birth different from the other 3. When swans drift by on a shimmering blue, I'm the one who plays the summer dew.
Doo-doo.
I was thinking Mountain Dew.
Ah,
when when autumn's call brings out the deer, it is I who howls on mornings clear. And when winter comes and birds take flight, look to me to sleep through the long gray night.
Beautiful. Look over here.
Rotten floorboards. Watch your...
Crazy. I feel like that's gotta be one of the most done second chances.
Oh, yeah.
Because how else are you gonna know?
Yeah.
You see arrow, you click, right? So like, how else would you know not to do that other than doing the second chance?
Mm-hmm. That's got to be one. Like,
I need to fix this.
I would venture to say every player
I would say 99%.
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be every once in a while they're going to say, this doesn't look good. Well, let me try to fix that, you know?
Yeah.
But that's going to be a rarity.
I guess probably, like, the 1% that don't do it are the ones who notice that you can, like, look directly at the, like, rotted wood. Because otherwise, like,
yeah, go ahead.
You just walk right past it.
Yeah, those look too rotten.
You're exactly right. I just thought of something. Where's Nancy's car? Where's Nancy's car?
And on top of everything else, my car got stolen.
Red Knot stole our car. Ghost Dog stole our car. Oh man, my insurance is not gonna like this. Where is it? She drove it into the woods.
In all reality, Nancy would only fall like 2 feet into the basement. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm sure she would still get hurt, but, like, you have to assume that the, like, you know, there's something, like, maybe 6 feet under there.
A face only a gnome.
I just wanted to walk around and make sure there's nowhere Nancy's car could have been.
Yeah. The gnome took it. Sally was so ridiculous for putting the sticky note on the wall where you have to cross to read the note.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, wild. You ready for some good crumbly noises?
Oh, the key broke off.
That's a good note.
It's locked. There's got to be another way to get this open.
I mean, honestly, you could break this pretty easily. It looks flimsy.
I'm assuming it's parked on the opposite side of the house where we can't go, which is dumb because we should get to see it.
There is a part where we can kind of walk in that direction, so we'll test that out when we get there.
Mm-hmm.
The dogs know how to drive? I know. So this is from Treasure in the Royal Tower. That's Hotchkiss's boots. This is from Message on a Mansion. Yeah. Pretty cool, huh, bud?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think all we have to do now is to hunker down. Wake up. You're going to upstairs to sleep. When would you like to wake up? Press cancel. Nancy never wakes up. Oh! Rubber is shockproof. Oh, wrong game. Harry.
Some torque.
I'm gonna read this. That is
this game, isn't it?
We thought you could use this map to the cemetery. You'll find lots of bait along the way, especially at night. Cemetery's real hard to find. I got lost a bunch of times. Happy fishing, George. Anyway.
That was real nice of you, George.
Alright, let's call Sally. Say, hey, are you done freaking out? Could you, like, chill?
You gonna, like, come back here?
Now that you've calmed down.
Hello?
Hey, Sally, it's Nancy.
Nancy, did you see them? Did you see the dogs?
Yes, I did, and I can understand why you left. They were pretty frightening. But if it's okay with you, I'd really like to stay and get to the bottom of whatever's going on.
Huh?
They're
That's
just
why you
little
asked me
fellers.
here in the first place, right?
Yes, but Nancy, are you sure?
Positive.
For sure.
Consider Detective Drew officially on the case.
I wish I were even half the trooper you are, Nancy. I have such high hopes for that house. All the beauty there, the wildlife, all the pictures I was going to take. It would break my heart to have to give it up.
When was the first time you saw the dogs?
I heard them the very first night I was here. I heard them almost every night, howling in the distance, but I didn't actually see them until I'd been here about a week. After that, they started appearing pretty much every other night.
Every other night. Got a schedule. I respect it.
Did they always come around the same time, or did it vary?
Actually, they always came around the same time. What are you getting at?
These attacks seem to involve a lot of choreography, which reinforces my theory that you're not being randomly attacked by a pack of wild dogs, but by dogs who've been trained by someone determined to scare you out of your house at Moon Lake.
Who would want to do that? My closest neighbor lives 2 miles away. My property is surrounded by the state park, but it's off-season, so hardly anybody is in the park. In fact, I bet I talked to a total of 3 people the whole 4 weeks I was at Moon Lake.
Who?
What about River Heights? Can you think of anyone there who'd want you to sell your house at Moon Lake and move back to River Heights?
You mean like an angry ex-boyfriend or something? Nope, I sure can't.
This is Paula Santos from Haunted Carousel and Simone from Final Scene, I think.
Okay, I can hear that.
Oh man, we got a lot.
Since I'm going to be staying here a while, is there anything I should know about the place?
Well, let's see. I've got the water turned off because it's well water and it needs to be tested before I can use it for anything. In fact, if you could get that testing done for me, I'd really appreciate it.
Oh, would you?
Oh, and watch where you walk in the living room.
Now.
Some of the floorboards are so rotten you could fall right through. And I keep hearing these faint squeaks and rustling type noises coming from below the floor. I hope you're not scared of mice.
You guys seen Kalina's video where she shows off what the upstairs was supposed to look like? Yeah. I saw that, and I think she said that it was what she imagined it would look like. I can't remember. I made a video about it, and she commented more details, and now I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw that one.
Yeah. Oh, so you don't watch my content?
No, I watched your video. I didn't watch Kalina's video.
I'd like to stay and investigate. Like, she has a choice, right?
Yeah.
Video's so cool, yeah. I need to watch hers. Because I didn't know it was from a video of hers. I think I saw it while I was messing around with, like, the HerInteractive website.
Mm-hmm.
I could really use some sandpaper. Do you have any stashed away somewhere?
Sure don't. Try M's Emporium. That's on the west side of the lake. And brace yourself if you haven't been there yet. The place is something else.
I think the upstairs was empty and Kalina furnished it. Yeah, that sounds right. She made a follow-up video. It was a few years back. I need... So bad. Like, I really don't watch YouTube videos. He watches them.
I watch YouTube, like, constantly. But I haven't really dug into, like, a whole lot of Nancy content.
And I'll find videos that I really, really, really want to watch. And I'll watch a few minutes and then, like, I can't. I don't have the attention span to sit and watch a video. It's awful. It's terrible. I'm the worst. Well, let's see. It's completely uninhabitable. Could you do some DIY to make it look nicer? And while you're doing that, could you also figure out why the super scary dogs keep trying to bulldoze the house down every night? Thanks, Nancy. Yeah, practically.
How do I go about getting your water tested?
Try the ranger station on the east side of the lake. I've been told you can get some kind of kit there.
Where'd all that stuff in your tool shed come from?
It's mine. What are you talking about?
Left behind by previous owners. Came with the house. I've been meaning to take inventory and start pitching stuff, but I didn't. If they ever make
Could you do it for me?
Crime, I'm done for.
While you're out there, do you think you could document if, like, how many gnomes I have? And just, you know, toss some of my things?
The wall hanging in the living room with a poem on it, and those dog carvings in that cabinet above the sofa. What can you tell me about them?
Aren't they cool? They came with the place. So did the clock. Apparently, Malone had them custom made when he built the house. In fact, they're all built into the house. They're still there because you can't move them.
I was going to throw them away because they're freaking ugly. That's what she just said.
No.
I read it. I heard it.
You want to know the real twist of this game?
What is it?
The dogs are Sally's. The
dog what? Sorry, I didn't hear. Something didn't click.
The dogs are Sally's.
Yeah.
She started this whole elaborate plan to get Nancy to come out here and do all her housework.
Oh my gosh. You're right. You're right.
That we cracked the case.
This is a scheme.
Does anything happen when you turn those dog carvings?
Not that I know of. But that clock, one day, I was messing with the hands. You know, trying to get them to work. And all of a sudden, one of the 4 little doors flew open, and instead of a cuckoo, this dog popped out and barked 3 times. It's a doggy clock. That Malone, bad as he was, he sure loved those dogs.
Talk to you later.
Stay in touch.
Love the stream title. Thank you. Thank you.
He's more lazy than I am.
I'll tell you. It's so pretty. They went ham on this cicada noise, though. Mm-hmm. They're like, this is a brood summer. We got like 3 of them flying through. Okay. He took his light. That's good. Okay, I haven't played this game in a minute, so what are we doing? We can go to M's Emporium, but we're gonna have to...
The boat's full of water. I need to bail out the boat.
Okay, do you have bail money, Gooba?
No, I thought...
Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. Nancy, call your dad.
Looks like paw prints.
They're so hard to see.
Like, yeah, wait, where?
There's one here.
Yeah, I would not have seen those if you didn't point them out.
Yeah. There's more over here. I feel like I didn't see them the first several times I played. Mm-hmm. Like, whatever you say, Nancy. You know,
I need a bucket.
You know what it means to prime a pump, Gooba?
Gotta,
jackpot.
Prime it so the water comes out.
You know that energy drink?
Unfortunately.
Just kidding. You have to give it water to get water.
Well, that's dumb.
It's like, I'm trying to think. What's something you have to start with some of it to make more? Like sourdough.
Like sour. Yeah, what you said, sourdough.
What were you gonna say? Sour Patch Kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know you can't make Sour Patch Kids without...
Excellent. Thank you for the raid. I don't know why we don't have any sounds or anything.
What the heck?
Gooba, make a sound for us.
I couldn't think of a single sound.
Hi. Meg Raid, welcome in. How are you? What were you playing? I hope you have a lovely time. Just made ending music because I don't want to put any on. Welcome in, welcome in. If you don't know us, we're Gooba and Jetpack. That's Gooba.
Hi.
I'm Jetpack, and we play together games sometimes, and we're gonna play Nancy Drew. We've been going through the whole series. I've been playing this game since I was a young jetpack. What's an adolescent jetpack? A young rocket.
A young rocket booster.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, you're playing Alex L. I want to play that game. I want to play that game. It's on my wish list. We played the demo and really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
So it's just like we gotta find the time. Just a wee lighter. That's it.
Yeah.
That is it. I was a wee lighter. Since I was a wee lighter, I've been playing these.
Are you also Irish?
Maybe.
Just
Gooba.
a wee lighter.
Maybe Gooba. Okay. But now I'm making him play it.
Yeah, I have also played through, where we've played through these over the years, but
yeah,
this is the first time that we're playing them from like in order, starting with the first one all the way through. Yeah,
we've always just picked a random one and played it, so it's very interesting playing them in order. But thank you so much for the raid. If you gotta take care of yourself, totally understand. I gave up and just bought it because I want to support. Yes, yeah, gives you OG Nancy Drew games. Yes, yeah, that's absolutely the vibes we got when we played it too. I need to just buy it. I don't know why I haven't just purchased it, because I know I'm gonna get it. I thought I would have time to start Alex Hill after finishing my taxes yesterday. Ugh, don't say the word. But the taxes took up the whole day. Yeah, I need to finish ours. The vibes are immaculate. I've only played the demo, but I supported the Kickstarter. Yeah, I don't even remember the Kickstarter existing. I missed it. Those of us who are here talking about where's Nancy's car, it's not over here. So maybe it's like she pulled it way up.
Yeah, it's like on the, like around this corner.
Yeah.
Like further in.
Yeah. It took like 6 hours for me without a walkthrough. That's a good game length.
Yeah.
That is a good game length where it's not like frustrating. But it's long enough to get you play it a few times. You know what I'm saying?
That's like that's pretty much on par with like one of the earlier Nancy games.
I think so. Forgot what
the spark plug is missing.
Oh no! Death! Boom! Ah! Fire! Triangle!
Not triangle!
Electric cigarette! I think you can see her car from the junk pile. I need to look. That's how I felt too. It's like Nancy Drew grew up and solved actual mysteries. You know what? That's what Nancy needs. Mm-hmm. Nancy needs to grow up and solve some murders. We need more murder. You know what, the Nancy Drew...
We want murder.
The Nancy Drew universe doesn't have enough murder. Where's that car? It's under here.
Well, there's one of the tires.
Oh my gosh, she disassembled it. See, yeah, I don't know where her car is. I like you guys because you have great taste in Nancy, SpongeBob, and music. See? We like you too.
Thank you.
Nancy ramped her car up here. That's what she did. She threw a brick on it and just yeeted it.
She was so frustrated that the tree fell and she couldn't get out. She's like, I'm going over the hill.
Yeah, excellent. That's what we were talking about. Like in the intro, right? You see Nancy's car's right here. And the tree fell over it, right? And blocked her in. But now, where's her car? It's not in the woods. It's not over here. Huh? Nowhere. I'm like, okay, maybe it's over here.
Ghost Dog's vibing in it.
Yeah. Ghost Dogs, they committed Grand Theft Auto. Mm-hmm. It's not over here.
Sally has a secret garage that we can't go to.
That's what it is. It's one of those elevator garages that, drive in and it goes underground. That's what it is.
Yep.
That's what it is. Okay, we need a spark club. Spark club?
We need a spark club.
Thank you for the follow, Excellent. Hey, Collie. Grand Theft Doggo, that's it.
That'd be such a good game.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine Grand Theft Auto but with dogs? Except the dogs can't die.
I bet there's gotta be a mod for GTA 5 for that.
Any Nancy fan is a friend of mine. What's your favorite Nancy game? We're gonna judge, not really. We're gonna do gentle judging.
No.
We can judge gently, right? You share yours, we'll share ours. How about that? You can judge us too.
Yeah.
Well, it's Miss Nancy Drew.
Does that mean you'd like me to call you Mr. Red Knot?
Oh.
All right then. Hello, Nancy. Now put a muffler on it, would ya? I just heard a cerulean warbler.
Cerulean. That's a fun color.
Really? Are they rare?
Something tells me they're gonna be with you around. You didn't come up here to chit-chat, did you?
Sure I did. Spill the tea. You know the locals. Tell us about it.
Are you
Nancy,
out here
I've got
all
some
by
tea
yourself?
for you.
I came to see birds, not people. The more people there are in a forest, the fewer birds there are. It's a fact of life. Reason I like to come here is because nobody else does. It's perfect. Not a decent grocery store, restaurant, or motel for miles.
But you're a person in the woods. Aren't you a part of the problem?
Yeah. You think you're special? Huh, bud?
Think you don't count?
He does have the same name as a bird though. So like, does he get a pass? If your name was a bird name, I feel like you get a you could live in a tree,
I would live in a tree.
Would you? I feel like I would be afraid that I would get up and just get up, stretch, try to walk to the bathroom, fall out of the tree.
I would need it to be like the coolest tree house ever.
Yeah.
There's no place nearby that sells boat parts? Sally's outboard is missing a spark plug.
I might be able to help you out. After all, I was a Boy Scout. Be prepared.
I always say 1 in 10 is Treasure in the Row Tower, 11 to 20 is Phantom of Venice, 21 to 30 is Ghost of Thornton Hall / Silent Spy. I love Labyrinth of Lies in 31 to 34. You are so real for breaking them up like that. Mm-hmm. That's so real. My favorite is Curse of Blackmore Manor. The vibes are immaculate. Mm-hmm. Gooba, would you like to share with the class?
My favorite is actually the first one that I ever played, which was Sea of Darkness.
Yeah, it sounded like you were going to say it's the first one. Secrets can kill.
Yeah.
You mean you have a spark plug I can buy?
No.
Just so happens I've got 2 spark plugs right here in my pocket.
Both based.
The question is, if I give you one, what do I get for it? I don't need cash. But maybe you could take a few pictures for me. Know how to use a digital camera?
Yeah, I take selfies all the time.
My friend Bess just got one for her birthday. I helped her figure out how to use it.
There's a couple of birds I'm supposed to take pictures of for PEPSOB. That's People for the Preservation and Study of Birds. You can recognize them by their songs, which are on this tape, which you can play on my cassette player, which you're gonna have to get from M's Emporium as soon as you get your boat fixed. Think you can handle that?
Why did she have his cassette player?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Here's everything you'll need.
The first one says no one ever, yeah. The remake was terrible. Yeah, I did not like the remastered Secrets Can Kill.
M's Emporium is up lake on the west side. Not that I'm trying to get you out of my hair or anything, but try not to come pestering me till you're done, okay? One more thing. You smoke?
Cigarettes? No.
These woods may not look it, but
Ew.
they're tinder dry.
I
One
vape.
lit
No.
match, and the best bird habitat on the East Coast will go up in
Cigarettes?
smoke.
No.
So watch what
Weed?
you do.
All the time.
Because
Oh
if
my
anything
gosh,
like
Nancy.
that happens, I won't be looking for birds anymore. I'll be looking for you. Watch yourself out there.
You first, bud.
I think they make mixtapes for each other, and that's why she has it.
Oh my gosh. I think you're right. We need to check what's in that cassette player when we pick it up. From M's Tacky Tourist Trap. I just bought a 1989 PC so I could play the original one again, and it makes me wonder what would have happened if they would have ended up doing the thing. Wait, hang on. Would it ended up doing if they did keep solving murders? Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's time. It's time.
Yeah.
The fan base has grown up.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, it's Educator. Welcome in.
I mean, we were just saying earlier, like, we need more murders.
Yeah.
Like, I think Nancy solved, what, 2?
Yep.
Yeah.
2
we
murders.
need more murders.
Maybe you know what? Start committing murders, Nancy. It's time. Ned's
Nancy, you've
first.
been the good guy for long enough.
Ned's first. All right. Well, of course, we gotta blow Nancy up, right?
Obviously.
I think there's 2 deaths with this.
That sounds good.
Oh, here we go. That's right. Girl sleuth dies in outboard motorboat explosion on Moon Lake. I did it. I read it.
Good job.
What are we reading? Gooba. That's what we're reading.
I am reading 2 things right now. One, I'm reading through the Witcher series. I'm on technically book 3. It's Blood of Elves, but it's actually the first of the novel series. If you're not familiar, Witcher is a video game series. It's also a TV series on Netflix about a monster hunter.
Sorry. I was drowning, Nancy. Girl detective drowns in lake while investigating mysterious occurrences.
I just stopped for a second. Hear Nancy drowning.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, the other book that we are both reading is Onyx Storm. It's the 3rd book in the 4th wing, aka the
Empyrean series.
It's about dragon riders college, and it's pretty good.
Cute. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm reading right now. It's tax season. I'm busy. I'm just reading 4th wing.
Yeah.
For a moment I saw Ghost and was excited because I thought it was Ghost Thorn Hall. Yeah. Hey, Lufizra, welcome in. I have a PC game collection of like 2,000 CDs, so it was needed to replay a lot of them. Yeah. Yeah. Can I expose one of the ways I died in Alex Hill? I'm gonna say, what do you think?
We say no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. Just because I wanna hide.
Yeah.
I wanna hide from spoilers.
Yeah, that. As much as we want to hear that, I think we do want to experience it like completely blind.
I love that there's silly way to die though.
Yeah.
Hey there. Welcome to M's Emporium. I'm Emily Griffin.
Yeah, thank you so much for asking. I appreciate you so much.
My name's Nancy Drew. I'm staying out at the old Malone place.
If we don't get it, I'm going to check out your playthrough to make sure I know what it is.
Guests out to that old dump.
As it turns out, I'm there by myself. The dog scared her off.
I told her. I said, Sally, that old house is going to be nothing but trouble.
I say
sure enough, Malone's hounds have come
back. What's
that?
Rooster's name? Loghorn? Or Foghorn, Leghorn?
Yeah.
Logthorn.
Logthorn.
Logthorn, Hagthorn. It's in the first 20 minutes. I laughed for 2 minutes because I didn't expect it. I love that. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I gotten some minor spoilers from people posting videos on YouTube. I'm subscribed to a lot of Nancy people. Yeah, and I've been so afraid. Like, I'm in a lot of group chats for Nancy too, and people are just straight up posting stuff there. I'm like, guys, please don't. So I haven't been involved in anything at all lately, just because I'm hiding from it.
Yeah.
Eventually, we're gonna have to play it. And eventually, we're the only people to blame. You can only blame yourself if you're like trying to avoid spoilers for months and months and months.
Yeah.
But
at the same time, it's not a game that we want to rush through.
Yeah.
And that we want to play together and have the
Just
time.
hearing them howl's bad enough. Scares the bejeebies out of me.
You ever get your bejeebies scared out of you?
All the time.
Goodness.
When was the last time they appeared?
Seems like they show up every time somebody buys the place. So the last time would have been 10, 15 years ago.
It's the last time it was on the market?
What can you tell me about Red Knot?
The bird watcher. Comes in every so often to stock up on that weirdo food he eats. You know how them tree hugger types are.
Has he been in the area long?
About as long as those pink-billed warblers and purple-eyed owls he's always chasing have been around. Couple of months, I guess.
Pink-billed warblers. Okay. We do have an ad coming up, so we're gonna do a quick BRB. And you're right. I saw that the next one is already on Steam. I already wishlist that Alex Hill too. There's another one. But we're gonna go on a quick BRB while this ad is going. So get a drink, get a snack, stretch out a little bit, and we'll be right back. Okay, we should be back. Hello, Raiders. Medio, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, guys. If you don't know, I'm Jetpack.
I'm Gooba.
And we are...
Gooba and Jetpack.
He did it. Wow, he did it. I hope your stream was lovely. Medio, what were you playing?
So, some impeccable timing you have there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's somebody tried to warn us.
Yeah, I believe Maggie sent a message right as we were going on BRB.
And I just clicked the button and I was like, you know what?
Oh, well, the dice have been rolled.
Spirit Fair, I've tried to get into that one. I've tried, but I'm glad you're liking it.
Yeah.
9 months, 10 days, 4 hours. That's a stream, baby. Congratulations. Congratulations. Hi, celeb. Welcome in. Oh, and hello. It's a followage, baby. Yep. Baby, they grow up so fast. They do. Thank you for that, Maggie, though. You tried so hard to help us, and we just said no.
Appreciate you.
This is the second most timingest thing that's happened because somebody raided Medio as he was ending. Oh, no. Oh, well, thank you for coming on over to our neck of the woods. As we're in flannel over here. Oh, 1 year, 3 months, 18 days, 22 hours. I love that for us, celeb. I love that. Well, thank you guys so much for coming by, saying hi. We love Nancy over here, so if you like Nancy, this is a neat place to be. Mm-hmm. How appropriate for this game. I try to be on brand. I try. But yeah, we're playing through the Nancy Drew games in order for the first time. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah. Should have worn flannels.
We should have, but it's kind of hot.
Yeah, that's true.
It's too hot for flannel.
Mr. Knott did me a favor, and in return he asked me to pick up a cassette player from you.
Oh, yeah. I got it right here. Thought maybe the old coot had forgotten he left it here.
Did he lend it to you? There's no tape inside, so he just, left it? Yeah.
What else can I do you
confused
for?
by this.
What would their mixtape be? They're sharing mixtapes. What's on there?
Where do you find
I'm gonna assume she likes country.
Yeah.
Bless you. It's all the dust.
I don't know what Red
Sometimes
would
I
listen
think
to.
He likes
grows
butt
on this
rock.
stuff.
I could see Red liking like, for lack of a better term, like hippie music.
Okay.
Some of those old bottles are
I couldn't.
beautiful. Where'd you get them?
Found 'em. See,
Found
back in the
them.
days of Prohibition, that old Malone place used to be Party
They put out
Central.
Merle Haggard
Only
on
way
there.
to get to and from back then was
Excuse
by
me.
boat. And when those boats dumped, on account of bad weather or bad driving or the feds suddenly showing up, well, everything from diamond necklaces to full bottles of illegal booze sank to the bottom of the lake.
I don't know about you, but if I had a diamond necklace on me and my boat was going down, I'd like take it off and throw it on shore, like, or leave it on. Like,
yeah, like
are people dying? How? I don't get that. I don't understand that. This game gives me relay flashbacks. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I talked while you were doing that. That was a fun time.
So it's finders keepers, huh?
That's right. See, recovering objects from the lake bed is illegal. According to Squeaky Wheel Acres, dragging the lake for artifacts was upsetting its delicate eco-balance. So thanks mostly to his constant squawking, the state banned it.
Walk. Maybe who let the dogs out? They were probably wasted. That's true. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Such a fun time. Your commentary is so lovely. I'm struggling in this game. I tried. You're so brave for doing speedrunning, honestly.
Are you saying you acquired this stuff illegally?
Well, of course not. It all washed up on shore.
Uh-huh.
I bet.
Nancy's a narc.
I need to get the water from Sally's well. How would I go about doing that? Do you know?
Just get a water testing kit from the ranger station and follow the directions.
Where's the ranger station?
Just up lake from Sally's on the east side.
Why would there be a problem with the water?
'Cause it's well water. And seeing as Malone dug that
Smells
well
like
80
farts.
years ago, what gets pumped out of it could be pretty funky.
See, you didn't hear nothing earlier when I let out a little toot. That was actually the whale water. Dear God, that hard country twang feels so forced. It is. It's so forced. We'll be in and out. But I love the game title. I'm so glad you do, Kelsey. So glad you do. Speedrunning 3 games is such a sports practice for me, and I love it. Yes. Oh my gosh. It's a skill. It really is.
There's a large tree blocking Sally's driveway. Do you know of anyone who can come out and clear it away?
I'll get Tucker Davis to take care of it. Gotta warn you, though. Tucker tends to do things in his own sweet time.
Sounds like you aren't real fond of Ranger Acres.
Jeff Akers could take all his precious rules and regulations and take a flying leap.
Oh my.
Now, I got nothing against getting more customers in here, mind you. But I kind of like Moon Lake the way it is. Small, quiet, out of the way. But Jeff Akers, why, there's nothing he'd like better than to see all the lake and all the property around it turned into one big, noisy, jam-packed state park.
Wouldn't that be nice for you too, though?
Yeah.
Why would he want
Good
that?
for business.
He's
Yeah.
the type of guy who likes to boss people around, makes them feel important. So if the park got way bigger and was crawling with tourists, why, instead of giving out maybe 1 ticket for littering every 2 days, he'd be giving out 12 tickets every 2 hours. He'd be in heaven. Well, hey, I'm sure you got better things to do than getting your ear chewed off by yours truly.
Thank you for the follow. Dio2? I hope I said that correctly. I told Gooba to turn on the window AC, and the remote's right here. But he decided he needed to wheel all the way to the window.
That would have made too much sense.
Yeah.
I need to buy something.
You want it? I got it. As long as you pay cash, that is.
Oh, I mean, I'm filthy rich, but I want you to feel bad for me.
That's just it. I'm running kind of low on cash. Would it be possible to start a line of credit?
Left all my cash in
My
my
daddy always
convertible.
said, neither a borrower nor a lender be. But I'll tell you
That I
what,
may disappear.
seeing as how you're a friend of Sally's, and seeing as how I got some things around here that could use doing, I guess we could work something out. What is it you need?
Do you sell sandpaper by any chance?
I do, but Mr. Birdbrain was in last week and cleaned me out. Said he was tired of that observation platform of his giving him splinters in his hinter regions.
His hinter? We're gonna start calling our butts hinter region. What do you think?
Think I could get some from him?
He's your only hope, but you better ask him for it quick. That deck of his is pretty big, and those squares I sold him are pretty small.
Guess I'll see you later.
Yodelay-hee-hoo!
He's sand in the whole deck? He doesn't sit on the deck.
Yeah, he's got like a box to sit on. Not the butt splinters, anything but the butt splinters.
Oh my gosh, that sounds awful. It really does. The audacity of Richie Nancy to always be broke. Oh my gosh. She makes such a point to have no money on her.
Yeah.
He sits on a crate with a pillow. He does. Yeah, why does he need the sandpaper?
Mm-hmm.
I was just saying nether regions, but it works too. Yeah. By a piece of the past. 80 years ago, Moon Lake was crawling with gangsters, flappers, and jazz musicians from the big city. They traveled to and from parties by boat, and were so rich that if they accidentally dropped something in the lake, they wouldn't even bother going after it. Each item you see here was fished by legal means out of Moon Lake and were most likely belonged to some wealthy big shot. Don't go home without buying at least one genuine artifact from the Roaring 20s. Love that. Got some Cocoa Kringles. I don't know what that is.
Interregion, more like splinter region.
Got him.
Am I right, Red?
Got him. Ew. Moon Lake Fishing Wall of Fame. These are HerInteractive employees.
Oh.
Come here to Am's Emporium. I mean, honey, we're here. You don't need to draw on that one. Alright. Shall we?
American Goldfinch.
This isn't my mixtape.
Northern Cardinal.
Where's 5 hours of Cotton Eye Joe?
It's just Red singing Cotton Eye Joe.
Yeah. What's that first part of the song? How would you spell? Hit it, meet, bop, bop, bo. How would you spell that?
I don't know.
Break it down. Hit it. Knit.
I don't know.
Nancy loves to cosplay as poor. She does. You're right. She likes slumming it. You're right. If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, is that what it says?
Yeah, I think that's what it says.
You knew that? And you were just like...
I was trying to think of the words, but I was...
He knew... You guys all knew that. I thought it was gibberish. I thought it was...
Sometimes I just gotta see where your brain is taking you.
I'm trying. That's Educator. That looks right. I think you guys are all wrong. I think me and Educator. All right, I'm crying.
He da-ba-da till I cotton on my Joe.
Oh my gosh. There's gibberish edit. There's a gibberish edit, which I thought you were referencing. No. I thought it was gibberish. I'm gonna cry. I am crying. It's an STI. Not the STI. Me singing the new Gaga song. Anyway, okay. High school choir did an evolution of dance one year, and that song was part of it. Okay, so you know all the words. Okay. Okay. Get at me. Move on. At least that Kesha song isn't in my head anymore.
No, it's Cotton Eye Joe.
I also did choreography, so I had to dumb it down from professional internet dancer to high school level. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Who's sensitive? Me. I'm sensitive. Excuse me. Giardiasis. Giardiasis. Beaver fever. Yeah? What was that?
I didn't say nothing.
Lyme disease. It's a little less sexy than beaver fever. Don't let 1 minute of carelessness destroy what it took nature decades to create. I love how nature is capitalized. Respect. You respect nature. Mm-hmm. Welcome to Moon Lake State Park. We have a trout. We have a mallard. We have a skunk. We have a yellow-bellied flycatcher. Fishing rigs, boat rigs, hiking tips. That's what I said.
Yellow-bellied flycatcher sounds like it could be like a country insult.
Why are we the same person? Because I was like, which one would you want to be called the least?
You darn yellow-bellied flycatcher.
That's all you are, yellow-bellied flycatcher. You and your mama. Oh.
How dare you, Cletus?
Okay. Tag yourself. What are you here? Dame's Rocket? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Banana bread at work today?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I feel like I'm an otter.
I'd probably be a white-tailed deer.
Didn't someone once say the skunk was Ranger Acres persona? Yes. It's real. Beaver fever sounds like a cool dance. Oh, it could be, yeah.
I suppose it could be.
A cool dance. That's exactly what I was thinking.
That is what we were thinking too.
I was thinking beaver fever would be a cool dance.
Uh-huh. And nothing else.
Not Cletus, yes. Yes, Cletus. Buttercup, I love that for you, Slim. Squirrel, yes. Yes, educator, yes. Oh, there's a random duck up there. How old is this tree?
Old.
Good job, bud.
I probably shouldn't mess around with this without Ranger Acres' permission.
You won't mind.
You haven't even talked to him yet.
I know, I just... This is Moon Lake, Pennsylvania Logging Company, 1892. There's Moon Lake, Pennsylvania Logging Company in the winter of 1888. Hello? Francis Bacon Grits and his wife Zelda Strawberry. That's how we're going to start taking pictures from now on.
Let me practice.
That's us. Imagine getting in the water with a belt on. Oh my gosh.
I have a pair of swim trunks that do have belt loops.
Okay, but I thought you meant like it had a belt. Like it came with a belt. Can't work out if the yellow-bellied flycatcher is really cute or all non-Aussie birds just look like stuffed animals. It's possible.
Yeah.
The buddy lore deepens. We may have gone to college together. I love that for you guys. Nancy is so particular about not messing around with puzzles. Yes, but we'll steal anything else. Yes, you're right. If it's a puzzle, can't touch it until we're ready. But anything else we could steal. Moon Lake School, teachers, and students, 1905. Oh, hello. Albertus Lundquist, founder, Moon Lake, Pennsylvania Logging Company. Moon Lake North Area Development, 1913. The Town of Liberty, near Moon Lake, 1922. The Moon Lake Community Review. Frivoli Brothers win fishing contest. Brothers Flavy, Danny, and Roni proudly showing their prize-winning catches at this year's Moon Lake State Park Summer Fishing Contest. Thank you for the follow, bud.
You just blowing from Stupid Town?
Did you just blow in from Stupid Town?
Hello, can I help you?
Okay, hello?
Are you Jeff Akers?
At your service. I noticed that you arrived by boat. Does that mean you're staying on the lake?
You got a permit for that boat?
Yeah.
I'm Nancy Drew. Sally McDonald is a friend of mine. I'm staying at her house.
Let's see. Sally McDonald is the woman who bought the old Malone place.
There's like 4 people here, sir.
Yeah. You know who Sally is.
You're one of 4.
That's her. Unfortunately, she seems to have developed a problem of the canine kind.
Don't tell me she believes all that ghost dog stuff.
I seen them.
I seen them.
I saw them myself.
Whatever's out there, I'm sure they're no more and no less than exactly what they look and sound like. Dogs. Living, breathing, very noisy dogs.
Okay, so if you believe that there are real live dogs attacking somebody's home, why are you not more concerned?
Yeah.
Like, that is worse.
Like, don't get me wrong, I love dogs.
Yeah.
But if a random pack of dogs was attacking my front door every night, I would want you to be concerned about it.
Yeah. It's surrounded by parklands.
Yeah.
Somebody could get hurt.
Yeah.
Be concerned. Sally McDonald had a house. Yeah. And on that house, she had a rabid pack of dogs. Who else does Jeff voice? His voice sounds familiar. I don't know. I'm so bad at recognizing who's who in these games, to be honest. Nurse Bluefoot. Okay, I hear it. Nancy should have mentioned the dogs were off leash. You're right.
That probably would have.
He would hunt down who to ticket.
Yeah.
Game would be over in like 20 seconds. You're right.
Off leash? In my park?
In my park?
Any idea what would make a dog's eyes glow yellow?
Something in their diet, maybe? Some oddball vitamin or protein.
They eat their carrots.
Why do you think dogs would attack Sally's house?
Dogs can be trained to do almost anything.
Have you ever investigated the ghost dogs yourself?
Do you always ask this many questions?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I do.
I'm a very busy man, Miss Drew, but I am here to serve the public.
Okay. You can sound a little less happy about it.
Would it be okay if I looked around?
Please do. And if you have any questions, any more questions, just ask.
The fact that they might be ghosts is the least worrisome thing. Yes. Off leash, no chip, just out there, you know?
Yeah.
What is he so busy doing? He's really busy going like this over his desk. You'll see.
Yeah.
You'll see. It's really important work.
Do you have something I could use to test the well water at Sally's?
Sure do. Simple to use, too. Just pump some water
Even
into
an
this
idiot
vial,
like you could do
return
it.
the sample to me.
That's what he
I'll
said to
send it
us.
off,
Even a big
and in
old
day or
dum-dum
two,
like
you'll
yourself
find
can
out
figure
whether
it
or
out.
not your water's fit to drink.
Crafting his persona, not that. Not controlling the animals, yeah. He's not doing
Do
that.
wells go bad very often?
Depends on when they were dug. The older they are, the more susceptible to contamination they are.
This place isn't exactly your ordinary ranger station, is it?
It's also the Moon Lake Post Office, and it's the unofficial Moon Lake Museum of Factual and Natural History. I've lived here all my life, so I can't help but feel obligated to protect not only the area's flora and fauna, but also its past.
I'm dedicated to flora, fauna, and persona.
Which is apparently rather colorful.
As a member of the law enforcement community, I prefer to dwell on the positive aspects of history instead of on the activities of a bunch of glorified thugs.
Okay.
Would you mind mailing this letter for me?
Not at all.
Thanks for all your
Oh,
help.
I missed out on
Always a
conversation
pleasure.
because of that.
And one last thing. The deer mouse population has boomed this year, so please take precautions if you're cleaning out any area where they may have nested. They can carry some nasty diseases.
Thanks for the tip, Ranger Acres.
Hi, Mr. Grew. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. I hope your stream was fantastic. I'm Jetpack. This is Gooba, and
Hello.
we're playing the Nancy Drew games from start to finish in order. I can speak, I promise. Love this one. It's so comfy cozy. We love to see it. How unofficial we talking here, Jeff? Seems like you should have a permit from that. You're right. Look, this is what he's doing. I think they forgot to, like, edit in a computer. Because it looks like he's supposed to be typing, right?
Yeah. But he never looks up at the screen. He's just like, he might not be, he might not know.
He's got to, yeah, some people have to look when they type. It's fine. It's fine. It's cool. I have a theory. I'm waiting to hear it. I'm itching. Always wanted to live in a cabin in the woods. It would be so nice, wouldn't it? It'd be a little scary. We saw he was looking at a map. Could be. That
does make some sense.
Could be that.
Ouija board.
Ouija board. He's high and he's he has hands. He's like,
whoa.
Just shaking. Okay, yeah. I see it. He's like, oh, okay. People exist too. Oh. I don't know what to do with my hands.
What are you doing here, swamp monster?
Whoa, there's 10 fingers on this side and 10 more over here. I think you're right. Dad was cleaning out the attic when I visited a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about needing to get all the mice removed first because of different mouse-borne diseases. And you came out, you were like, Giardiasis. Giardiasis. I don't know how to say it. No pomegranates. Hi. Welcome in. It's your fave Nancy Drew game. It's a good fave. It is. It's a solid fave.
Such a solid.
All right, shall we go test the water? Dip a toe?
Dip toe.
Not that kind of testing the water.
Okay.
Dip toe. Also, the calendar behind Ranger Acres always just baffles me because this game takes place in April.
Really?
Isn't that crazy? This is very August, September.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a virus. That's what it is. You're right. You're so right. Oh, got the water. Up in Michigan, we don't get leaves on the trees until May. Yeah. And like, yeah, it's like green leaves, but at the same time, there's, you know, fallen leaves everywhere, and I don't know what we're doing here.
The bugs are already out in full force.
Yeah.
Which, like, I know this is Pennsylvania, but it's still pretty far north.
Yeah, for Pennsylvania, for bugs to be out in April, that just, it seems weird.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the raid, Mystic. I hope you have a lovely meal and a great rest of your night. Mm-hmm. There's cicadas, yes, exactly. September for sure, 100%. HerInteractive got their money's worth with the cicada noise. I've heard it in like 3 games at least. Yeah, with Dylan next door playing Alibi and Ashes. They were like, we're using this. We paid money. We paid good money. We're using it.
I'm just imagining hearing it in like Deadly Device or something.
In a lab in the middle of the winter.
We are literally in winter.
Yeah.
Like, we paid for the sound. We're going to use it.
Guys, to get our money's worth, we need to at least have it in 15 games, okay? I don't care. Hey, welcome in. Hope you're having a lovely time.
You're back.
Take my water.
I have that water sample. What do I do with it?
Just give it to me, and I'll take care of it.
Thanks for all your help.
Not a problem.
Thank you. All right, what are we doing? Health and safety. Well, water. Priming a pump.
He just drinks it and can tell by the taste what's in it.
It's just like a fine wine. He snips it a little bit, swirls it in his mouth. He's like, yeah, mouthfeel says this is no good. He says, do not drink this. The mouthfeel, it's all wrong.
The mouthfeel is telling me that I definitely should not have drank this.
Hey, Nancy, I'm gonna need you to drive me to the hospital.
I've never tried well.
Okay, I guess we can go hunt for birds.
0 out of 10 mouthfeel right now.
Tastes like lead. I feel like I've had well water before, like we went to high school in a pretty small town, so like I feel like I was at one of my friends was her parents were dairy farmers. I feel like I've had it before. What am I doing? Pictures of birds. I feel like they had a well. Just gonna stick that in my pocket real quick.
I'd better be careful.
Live in North Carolina, quite a few people have their own wells for water, yeah.
I'm trying to think now, because the house I grew up in might have had a well. Not like a, one that we had to pump or anything, but right. I don't think we were on city water.
Tweet, yeah. Tweet!
That's gonna work, Nancy. Try it again. Try it again. Okay, darling.
You're able to get so close to that bird.
Wait!
No birds here.
Wandering.
Hey, Beezus, how you doing?
Hi, Beezus. There you are, bud. Ooh, pose. Hold it. Hold it. Yes.
Beautiful.
Camera's loving you.
No birds here.
Oh, we got a tanager.
Come back!
That's gonna work. Low goobage. Oh no. Wait, did you just call the bird bud? Oh, was it not you? Was that not you? Oh, I'm sorry.
Apologies.
So sorry. 48%. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Mine was 30 something. Waldo.
I think I had a low day.
Nookie. Our beloved dog. Piff and Path. Cedric Cosmo Cranky.
Cranky's a great name for a dog.
Yeah. I imagine it's kitty.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that makes sense.
Strength. As a royal.
That did not say... Go back.
Stench.
Stench.
It's a royal stench. Okay. Why did I read that as strength? I threw some words in there. A grandma beach house had a spigot. That's a fun word. And the grandchildren fought whose turn it was to get the gallon of water across the property. Yeah, because we lived in the 1800s apparently. New lore drop, yes.
Stencher's a cat for sure.
Oh, Bud's one of the grubs on the rock. Let us know when you see yourself. If we get that far tonight, we'll see. But if you see yourself and you're not, camera shy, let us know.
Marbles, that's definitely a cat.
What do you think? Do you think that's a cat, chat?
Oh, I didn't see that part.
Chat, do you think that's a cat?
I didn't see that part, okay?
Okay, I
You called the one strength when it was stench.
I wonder if this is a cat, chat. But it says marbles. We're so sorry to have lost you. Like losing your marbles. Get it? It's funny. It's not sad. It's not real. Okay. Vitus, born February 8th, 1924. Never died because they live forever. Mm-hmm. Xander, born August 16th, 1923. Lucy, born April 4th, 1922. And Iggy, born November 11th, 1990. Stench is a cat for sure, yeah. Not Dragon Gooba. Yeah.
These look like dog tracks.
See, the thing about this is, it's not actually a graveyard because all of these pets are still alive. It's just monuments to everyone's beloved pets.
Yeah. I think Vitus was a cat, alive. Just a feeling, yes. Yeah. This feels like it should have been a puzzle. Like, why are you letting us look at this man's sarcophagus? Mm-hmm. Did I just walk over this? Okay. Great. We should probably remember this. Well, actually, you know what? I think Nancy writes it down in her PDA. I heard www.HerInteractive.com is a great place to learn about the latest detective techniques. I'll have to check it out when I get back home. Okay, there it is. Some birds are flying away. Birds fly. Check with red and see what I'm doing wrong. Got a photo of a blue jay. Noisy. Wild. Got a photo of American goldfinch. Ask Ranger Acres about water test results. When working with vowels, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
Wow. Never would have guessed.
Emily said she'll have the tree taken care of.
I'm rich and 110 years old. I will be building shrines to my animals.
See, as you should.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if there's anything else in here.
I used to always think the coffin thing was a hidden entrance and then discovered every time that it wasn't.
Right?
Yeah. Disappointing.
It feels like one.
Mm-hmm.
Bird.
I must have scared it.
I think there's one more we can get. About talking red.
Come back!
Oh my gosh. Maybe not. Well, I guess we'll go talk to Red Stiffer.
We've seen 5 out of the 6 so far, I think.
Okay. If we've seen 5 out of them, then we're good. We have 3 pieces of wood. Huh? That's a party. Oh, I don't have nails, do I? Oh.
It's still not fixed.
Are you sure? Nancy, are you sure that's not okay? It's fine.
I mean, to be honest, is nailing some boards over the rotted wood really gonna fix it?
HD TV, call us up. I want that, and I want that, and everything else is trash.
Garbage.
Alright, now I think we can fix it. Rotten floorboards. Watch your... Oh! There we go. Can you see that? You see that?
Oh, Nancy.
You see that? Oh. Good thing we didn't walk up and read that. Oh my gosh.
You know.
That would have been embarrassing.
How unfortunate that could have been.
Okay,
Yeah, now it's fixed.
Yeah. Now we're good. Let's talk to Red Stiffer
Nottingham.
I like it. I like it, Gooba. That was a good contribution to the stream. Pat yourself on the back. There you go.
Find all the birds.
I can't really reach my back.
I'm sorry, but finding those birds is harder than I thought it would be.
Redgar,
Can you give me
love
any
it.
tips?
You gotta look for them.
Tally, what the fuck?
This isn't gonna be any Sunday picnic, you know?
Gotta look for them.
Try early in the morning. That's when most of them are singing.
I found some birds.
I found some birds, but no matter how quiet I am, I've been scaring other birds away before I can take their picture. What am I doing wrong?
You're wearing those clothes. That's what you're doing wrong.
Naked.
You need to blend in, like me. Go back over to M's tacky tourist trap and get yourself some camouflage gear. Only sensible thing that money grubber carries.
Haven't you ever bird hunt watched nude?
Kind of a mean way to talk about someone you share mixtapes with.
Yeah, rude.
I'm sorry to keep bugging you, but I need some sandpaper. Emily said you might have some?
Here, take it and scram. I was just about to call in a meadowlark. That was always Ruth's favorite.
Was Ruth your wife?
Good heavens, no. My wife had no patience for birding. Ruth was my dog. Border collie. She'd hear a meadowlark, and by golly, her ears would perk, and she'd cock her head, and she'd just come as close to smiling as ever a dog could.
How many dogs did you have?
Was she the only dog you ever had?
Wife bad, dog good. That's boomer humor.
More. Especially now that I'm retired and spend so much time at Moon Lake. The place is surrounded by park land, and Ranger Acres just loves enforcing the leash laws. There it is again. Take your sandpaper and go.
I thought I
sand
heard
something, okay?
There are so few birds that will sing like that in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, I mean, not that I'm an expert on bird watching or anything, but like, I feel like most of them do it during the day.
Yeah. I think, Emon Streams was talking about one of the birds is like not even close to being in that region. Like it's
really?
not supposed to be anywhere near Moon Lake.
My mom has a good friend that's a bird watcher. I'd be interested to.
Oh yeah, she talks. I remember taking a picture. Smile chat. That was a good one. We're framing that one.
The app called Merlin that you can use, and it identifies birds from their song.
I have that.
I was gonna say, I thought you had an app.
I have it. All right, let's see. Facing forward is deer. Don't forget it.
Facing forward, deer.
Okay, so autumn is deer. And who is autumn? Fall. Iggy faces forward. That's all we need to know. Iggy faces forward. All we need to know.
My fiance uses it. He's seen almost 200 different species of birds. Wow.
200? That's wild. Spring tree. Tree, spring.
I can only assume that all of the bird inaccuracies are a joke because I know for a fact that Her had a bunch of bird watchers on staff.
Really? That's funny. Facing right. Lucy faces right. I must be doing something wrong. Okay.
We've figured out that Iggy faces forward and Lucy faces right.
Swan. Yeah. Summer is swan. Dander. Dander needs to face back. There we go. I'm in.
Love the thought that they were like a goldfinch in Pennsylvania. That's a crack up. That'll get them good.
That's great. They're clearly gonna know this was obviously a joke.
It's just ridiculous. I don't know how they couldn't figure that out.
Oh man, we'll get them good. All right, so there they are. There's what's her name? I can't think of her name. There she is.
All right.
What's her name? Copper's number. Chic? Die? Black Tuesday, 14th Saint Hotel Fire. Uncle Clayton. Uncle Clayton! Not Uncle Clayton.
Uncle Clayton.
We were just talking about Uncle Clayton. And then pinched. Pinch name and M.
It could be mice making that sound.
Vivian.
It's blocked.
Blocked.
It looks like a tiny hole. What's the combination?
Whenever MM was pinched. You okay, bud?
Excuse me.
William Akers. I wonder if he's
Vivian, thank you, Aunt May.
Akers.
Thank you for that. Thoughts on thuggery? Oh, you can do your newsboy accent. This is from 1997.
Right. Okay.
I'm
The
ready.
truth about Mickey Malone, as told by his most trusted employee, William Akers. Mr. Malone has never spent a night in jail, and he never will, said William Akers. And you know why? Because he's just an ordinary Joe trying to run an... something. Is there more we can read below?
Yes.
Trying to run an ordinary business. He said this with such conviction that for a moment this reporter honestly thought Akers was talking about somebody other than Mickey Malone, the notorious gangster. But I was standing on the porch of Malone's getaway home at Moon Lake, having bushwhacked through thick brush from the east side of the lake to avoid detection.
He did what?
And probable eviction by his bodyguards.
Sorry.
That's okay. And I was talking to the man who, according to the police, is the only person Malone trusts. I ought to know, I see him every day, Akers went on. He doesn't deserve all the grief you newspaper hacks give him.
Dang.
He's a rich man because the laundromats are fine establishments and people like to wash their clothes there. That morphed into British real quick.
You're doing great, bud.
All this talk of him being a bootlegger is just plain hogwash. When I asked if I could talk to Malone, Akers said Malone was out walking. Like I said, he's an ordinary guy. He likes to do ordinary things. When I asked if I could wait for him, he said, "What for? Anything you want to know about Mickey Malone, I can tell you. I've worked with him for 15 years. When I said all I wanted was the truth, he said, then you're in luck, because that's what I just told you.
Get him. Get him.
And now I suggest you leave. Mickey's a swell guy, but he's got these 4 big dogs, see? And sometimes they don't mind so good." I took the hint and left, but as I struggled through the brush to get back to my car, I realized something. Akers hadn't told me the truth about Mickey Malone, did he? Or what Mickey Malone did, I knew that. But he had told me an important truth when it came to what Mickey Malone was. Someone who had at least one extremely loyal employee. I ask you, good citizens of Philadelphia, how many so-called legitimate businesses can say the same thing?
Not many. And Bud, you're doing great. Not you, Bud.
Oh.
Both of you are doing great.
It's kind of sad. Like I did the performance of my life here.
Like, I gave it my all.
I've really, disappeared into the character.
I put my whole accent tussie into it. What about the murders? What murders? Yeah, I like that. I like that accent on Gooba. The whole Gooba see. Try to do that with Jetpack, though.
No.
Try to say that with Jetpack. Yeah. Classic laundering, money laundering. It is. They're like, oh, money laundering? Yeah, I know her.
Money laundering, literally with the laundromat, is like, it's a little too on the nose, don't you think?
Jatusi, there you go. You did it. You did it.
That was better than the one I thought of.
Oh, look at it. Yeah, it's better. Me too. Look how pretty it is.
So pretty.
You ever just stand in your cellar and look at the sky? And slam the doors? Jeez, Nancy, take it down a notch, please.
I hate the stars. I want light pollution.
Give it to me. Money laundering? Yeah, money is filthy. It needs a wash. You're right. Money is disgusting.
That's what they mean by money laundering, right?
It is.
They put it in a washing machine?
Yeah, clean it up. Let's talk to our favorite Ranger. Our favorite Power Ranger. Nancy's like, you're a Power Ranger? Do you know the Pink Ranger? Did I talk to her?
You're back.
Oh, sound very excited to have me back.
I've been trying to take pictures of birds for this guy.
Oh, I need
named
camouflage
Red
too.
Knot. Ever met him?
Oh yes, the Birdman. I'd stay away from him if I were you.
Birdman?
Birdman?
Why? Is something wrong with him?
He's a fanatic. He's got it in his head that Moon Lake would be the best birdwatching venue in the world except for one thing. Too many people. Believe me, if there was a way to get this park shut down and all the homes on the lake torn down, he'd do it in an instant.
Okay, so Red Knot says too many people. People bad. Ranger Anchor says not enough people, but people bad. And Emily says there are too many people. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I found this old picture in Sally's house. Do you know who these people are?
The man is Mickey Malone, I know that. I'm guessing that this is his girlfriend, Vivian Burnett, I think her name was. And judging by the year of that brand new Ford in the background, I'd say the picture was taken in 1928.
Nerd.
What would be the best way for me to find out who was living in Moon Lake in 1928 and where they ended up?
Tell you what, Miss Drew. Why don't I go through my files and see what I can dig up on this mystery woman? I'm a busy man, but like I always say, I'm here to serve.
So I was in book club with my sister and the other people in our book club,
Yeah.
And my sister her husband like said something. She's like, I'm in book club. And me and my brother's fiance both went, nerd. Like we weren't on the book club.
Like you weren't also part of the book club.
Yeah, both of us were like, nerd. It was really funny.
Have you gotten the results back from that water sample I left with you?
I meant to call the Department of Health today for a status report, but frankly, I've been way too busy.
Okay, Blood's got the summary. Red, too many people, people bad. Ranger Acres, not enough people, people bad. Emily, too many people, people good.
We've got it. We cracked the case.
People good, good people bad. Bad people good.
People bad,
How long
good
have you
people.
been the Lone Ranger here,
bad.
as it were?
6 long, very frustrating years. If I were in charge of just 10 more acres of parkland, they'd give me an assistant, and I could devote more time to the acquisition of more land and eventually put Moon Lake on the map as one of the biggest, most popular parks in the state.
Is that part of a ranger's duties to acquire land? I feel like that's not right.
Definitely, especially it being like a state park or a national park.
Yeah, that feels like a legislation thing.
That's entirely done by like the park district or the state.
Yeah, the state or the city or the county.
Yeah. Nancy, mom jeans.
Then maybe these ghost
jeans.
dogs are a blessing in disguise.
What do you mean?
Well, if those dogs scare Sally away for good, other people are bound to think twice about buying the place. The bank will lower its price, and you'll have your land.
You're insinuating things again, Miss Drew.
Do you think they named him Acres so that we would remember his motive of Acres easier? I didn't even put that together. I didn't put that together at all. That's wild. Me in my own backyard. I'm acquiring this for the park, yes. Would love to, unless Leslie Knope on... I would love to, unless... Wait.
Unless...
Unleash. There we go. I get it. I got it. Unleash Leslie Knope on the park and see what would happen. Yeah, she would make it so good.
Yeah.
The girl detective. Acres, yes. Autocorrect will get you. It will.
I didn't mean to insult you. In fact, is there anything I can do to help you out?
Tell you what, if you're serious about making amends, there's some boxes by the computer
Oh,
labeled
boy.
with dates. They're from the estate of a local history buff. She kept everything from newspaper clippings to old photos to recipes for apple
Oh, I
crisp.
want apple
She put everything
crisp.
in envelopes, then numbered them by year using Roman numerals. Just put the envelopes in order by year with the earliest date in front. Oh, and if you're rusty on Roman
Earliest date
numerals,
in front.
there's an entry on them in the computer.
If that's why they named him Acres, I'd hate to know why they named him Red Nuts. No. No.
Not going there.
No.
I hope I don't get distracted. Apple crisp sounds good right now.
Don't go reading anything until you're through, or take my word for it, you'll never get finished.
What do you know about the cemetery behind the Malone house?
People are buried there. Beyond that, what's to know?
Damn, good thing my last name is Wealthy and Hot. Wait, that's my name too. Are we all related?
That's
Are we all
crazy.
related in here?
Is Malone buried there?
That's the rumor.
The inscription on one of the tombstones reads Waldo Matthias. Does that name ring any bells?
Not in my steeple.
We
This is
thought
a
it-
park.
We're literally in your like ranger station. Are you okay?
I found a newspaper dating back to 1927 in Sally's house. Since you're kind of an expert on the history of Moon Lake, do you mind if I ask you some questions about Mickey Malone?
Not at all.
Your tone is saying that you care a lot.
What do you know about a man named William Acres?
I know that he was Mickey Malone's right-hand man. I also know that although we share the same last name, he and I are most definitely not related.
This dumbass thinks we're in a staple. Educated gets it.
Thanks for all your help.
Always a pleasure.
Not in my steeple. Okay, but what about your brain?
Who's the-
Baby? Hi, baby.
buddy.
Look at his little feet.
What's his name?
This is Yoki. He's got a name.
You're back.
I noticed you have a dog.
That's Yogi.
Yogi.
Who never goes out unless he's on a leash. Park rules.
He seems very well trained.
I hope you're not suggesting I trained Yogi to run around in the middle of the night barking and attacking houses.
What happened to Akers and the rest of Malone's gang after he went
Who's
to
to
prison?
say you don't have 4 other dogs?
Fortunately for Moon Lake, they all left and went their separate ways.
When and why was Malone arrested?
I'm sorry, Ms. Drew. As usual, I'm a little pressed.
You're
for
doing
time.
nothing, honey.
If you have more questions, why don't you sit down at the computer and peruse the Moon Lake database of fascinating factoids that I've put together?
Thanks for all your help.
Always a pleasure.
One of my dachshunds look like a mini Yogi. Oh my gosh.
Oh, he's a little guy. I'm petting him. The game won't acknowledge it, but I'm petting him.
It's just a feather.
Okay. Earliest in front.
Let's see. Jeff said the envelope with the earliest date goes down in the front of each box.
Girls.
This is 55. Or 60.
Oh.
This is 70. Right? Yeah, L52X. 1925? 41? Okay, let's start over. Alright, this is 1908. So this goes... No, this is 1913. I did it.
Good job.
This is 1914. 1960. So this does not go. I don't know where it goes, though. This is... 1917. And this is... 1919. Is that right? Yeah, 17 and 19. Yeah. So this is wrong.
Yeah.
This needs to move somewhere, but I don't want to just move something. This is... That's 1915. Wait. Don't move. This is 1920. No, 32. 1939. 41.
45.
Yeah. What's this again?
That's 1932.
This is 60.
Yeah.
This needs to go somewhere.
So
okay.
That would probably be the...
This is 25.
Now that they're all sorted, I can do some reading.
Let's go! Mandy hobby, yes. The rangers I've met, their hobby is rangering and fly pushing, yeah. This is me fighting the urge. Story of a girl. This is the story of a girl. What can I look at? The Lewistown Gazette. Is a gangster about to become Moon Lake's newest resident? Rumors are flying thick and fast.
How are they playing?
That Mickey Malone is self-proclaimed captain of the industry with far more ties to gamblers and smugglers than to legitimate businessmen is building a house on the north shore of Moon Lake. The rumors started last June when the 10-acre property on which the house is being built was purchased by Philadelphia Duds and Suds, a company owned by Malone, which is widely believed to be merely a front for his criminal undertakings. Secrecy has shrouded the project ever since construction began in October of last year. 4 men and a locked gate block the driveway leading to the site. Now a tree blocks it. Unauthorized persons and vehicles are summarily turned away. Day and night, security guards patrol the heavily wooded lakefront property. Several large trucks, strategically parked, obscure any and all views of the site from the water. Even the workmen have been sworn to silence. When asked if Mickey Malone was indeed building a home on Moon Lake, Waldo Mathias, the agent spearheading the Department of Justice's investigation of Malone's activities, had only this to say. If he is, I suggest he live it up while he can, because the place we're going to be sending him to ain't on no beach. I got lost, sorry. And he's going to be there for a real long time. Mr. Malone could not be reached for comment.
Hydrate.
Gotta hydrate, thank you.
Thank you, Kelsey.
The rumors are thick and fast and girthy, yeah. Okay, we do have an ad coming up, so we're gonna go quick BRB. So get a drink, stretch your legs, fart if you want, I don't care. And we'll be right back.
Bye.
Okay, we're back. Hello. Hi. Hey, how's it going? I hope you took full advantage of the fart time we've allotted.
Mm-hmm.
You ready to read, bud? Oh, Bud, sorry. Bud, you can read too, but okay. But you ready to read?
Gangster nabbed at Moon Lake residence. Mickey Malone arrested right at his luxurious Moon Lake property. Mickey Malone, a Philadelphia businessman, long considered by police to be a bootlegger and a racketeer.
There you go.
He flies rockets.
He's a rocketeer.
Finally felt the sting of the sword of justice when he was arrested this morning at his house on Moon Lake. Careful to keep Malone's attack dogs at bay, agents from the Internal Revenue Service and the Department of Justice raided the lakefront home at dawn, catching Malone and his henchmen completely by surprise. Within seconds, Malone was handcuffed, wearing only an overcoat over his pajamas. He was swept out the door and into a waiting car. He was driven directly to Philadelphia, where he was jailed on charges of tax evasion and conspiracy to violate prohibition laws. Police have been wise to Malone's criminal activities for years, but 3 previous attempts to incarcerate him failed miserably when Malone's shadowy associates, through bribes and threats, forced prosecution witnesses to recant their stories. This time, federal agents intend to rely on ledgers and tax returns to prove their case, since 1927, when it was determined that even income gained through illegal means is taxable. Authorities have been eager to use this ruling to make thugs like Malone pay for their crimes. Mickey Malone's been making us look like fools for a long time, declared Bureau of Investigation Agent Waldo Mathias, but today the good guys finally get the last laugh.
Ha ha
ha ha ha.
There you go.
Malone loudly and repeatedly proclaimed that he'd done nothing wrong as he was led to the jail. However, his protestations of innocence ended abruptly when, apparently not wishing to be photographed in his pajamas, Malone took a swing at a press photographer. He was quickly subdued.
Get him. A diva shot down in her prime, yes. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Honestly. The Bellefonte Star. War takes. What is it taking? Give it back. Philadelphia mobster dies in Leavenworth. February 13, 1941, Michael Mickey Malone died yesterday of liver failure in the federal penitentiary at Leavenworth, Kansas, at the age of 52. Born in Newark, New Jersey in 1889, Malone owned and operated Philadelphia Duds and Suds, a chain of laundromats and dry cleaners that allowed him to disguise and disperse the money he made as a racketeer. Compared to other gangsters, Malone kept a relatively low profile. His desire for privacy was enforced by 4 large dogs who never left his side, although he was rumored to be involved in everything from rum running to gold heists. He never spent a single night in jail until he was arrested in 1932 for tax evasion. He was convicted the following year and was sentenced to 8 years in federal prison. He died just 2 months before he was scheduled to be released. Dang. Bomber is right, buddy. Alright. Emily's Moon Lake Antiques. There's gold in there, sandbars. At least that's been the experience of Emily Griffin, owner of M's Emporium on Moon Lake in central Pennsylvania. For the past 10 years, she's been dragging a heavy net back and forth along the bottom of the lake, uncovering and bringing to the surface relics from the 1920s. I've dredged up everything from diamond tiaras to skeleton keys to full bottles of French cognac, said Griffin. It just blows my mind what those people would drop back then and never bother going back for. One of Emily's find, an Art Deco bracelet. She's referring to the wealthy guests of gangster Mickey Malone, who built a home on the lake in 1925 and threw large, I think it's raucous parties almost every weekend. Because his guests would travel to and from the house by boat, personal items were lost overboard with great frequency. I mean, get better. Hold on to your stuff.
Hold on to your shit.
Yeah. Miss Griffin estimates that she has made close to $20,000 selling her finds to antique hunters and tourists. But last week, her windfall came to an end. The county in which Moon Lake is located passed an ordinance making the recovery of objects from the lake bed illegal. The ban arose from the fact that the bottom of Moon Lake is composed of unusually fine sand. When disturbed, it clouds the water, sometimes for days, posing a threat to the aquatic plants and fish that otherwise thrive there. Park Ranger Jeff Akers, who oversees the state park surrounding the lake, initiated the ban. The eco-balance of Moon Lake is simply too delicate to ignore, he contends. But Miss Griffin begs to differ. The whole thing's just plumb ridiculous, she says. You know what all that stuff down there is doing right now? It's rusting, rotting away, polluting the water. Heck, getting it out of there, I'm doing the county a favor. Unfortunately, the county doesn't see it that way, and it appears that Miss Griffin will have to abandon what had become a pleasantly profitable hobby. I don't know, she shrugs. I can still sell stuff that washes up on shore. If that happens, especially after a good storm. Saw me be down, she says, eyes twinkling, but I ain't necessarily out. There you go. You want to see that? On PBS. Show. Yeah, Plumbing Broadcast Service.
I'd watch that.
All right. Wait, when was Mickey Malone nabbed? I saw when he died. I think it's the next one.
1932.
You gotta remember, January 29th, 1932. Don't forget it. Good, but you're in charge.
1/29/32.
Let's go back and put in this date. I was like, what is that called? I should probably save the game. We haven't saved in a while. Oh gosh. They're all full. There we go. You see what? Redrick Nautical. Need batteries for you know what? I don't know what, but alright. Alright, let's go down, down, down to the bottom of the sea. Hello? What was it? Ooh, do we throw a 0 one? Just one.
Let's try.
Ooh. 1, 2. Ooh. What year was it?
32.
Thank you. Ooh. No. All right. Try 01. Hey, pal.
You just blowing from stupid.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I always look at the past combos and see how they wrote the dates there. You're so smart. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna look at it once. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna check. Yeah, it worked. That's such a smart strategy, though.
Hey, buddies.
Hey, feller.
I bet those were deer mice.
Whoa, better be careful. William Akers, 1933 to 1942.
Speakeasy.
Are we in the mood to read more? You want to skip this, or do you want to read it?
I can read it.
All right, you got it.
Today, Mickey went to prison, but when they were walking him to the paddy wagon, he told me to take care of his dogs. And when the time came to do their tombstones, like he'd told me, then he whispered to me to look under the Victrola in the speakeasy at Moon Lake. He said I'd find a map to the for the gold he stole 2 years ago. Then they shoved him in the wagon, and that was that. Poor Mickey. How's a guy who'd never spend one night in jail supposed to spend 8 years in prison? He'll never make it. I think he wants me to have the gold because deep down he knows he's never coming home.
They seem nice. I'm gonna pet them with my bare hands. Yeah, I don't think you can pick it up. Nancy goes, whoa, better be careful. We'll test it though.
Anyway, I looked under the Victrola and found the map. Problem is, there's nothing on it except a bunch of lines and the words, "The dogs will lead the way." There's no X marking the spot or directions or nothing. But I need money bad. My wife and baby haven't had anything decent to eat in months.
That's sad.
So I'm gonna pack them up and move the Moon Lake permanently so I can spend all my time looking for the gold. May 4th, 1933. Mickey never told me outright that he was the guy who pulled off the hole in the floor gold heist. He always said the less I knew, the healthier I'd stay. But according to the papers, a bunch of gold was stolen off a moving train right under the noses of about a dozen Pinkertons. Mickey must have greased somebody's...
Grease their what?
Palm.
Oh.
He said palm.
Okay.
Real good, and got him to cut a hole in the floor of the boxcar that the gold was going to be shipped in. After the gold was loaded, one of his boys crawled under the train and pulled himself into the boxcar. Then when the train was moving, he dropped the gold down the hole onto the tracks, and Mickey's boys picked it up and got away clean. Nobody ever suspected Mickey was behind it. What I'm looking for is 20 gold bars. The paper said altogether they weighed around 600 pounds. The question is, did Mickey hide them in one place, or did he spread them around? He must have buried them, but where? I just thought of something. Maybe Mickey trained his dogs to go to the gold if you say the right word. I'm going to try saying gold to them tomorrow and see.
Gold.
What happens?
What happens?
July 14th, 1933. I've said every word I can think of to all the dogs, but they haven't led me anywhere except around in circles. Spent the last month following them around, first Xander, then Vitus, then Lucy. I don't have to follow Iggy because all he does is sleep on the porch.
That's a vibe.
Yeah. A vibe with Iggy.
Yeah.
So it looks like I'm going to have to start digging. I'll dig under the porch first, seeing as that's where Iggy always is. October 21st, 1933. A month ago, I started working as a handyman over in Lewistown to make ends meet. So even though I stop by Mickey's every day to feed the dogs, I can only look for the gold at night. I dug all around under the porch, but I didn't find nothing. I marked the porch on the map with a big I for Iggy, because that's the place he always leads me to. I was so busy digging last Tuesday night that I almost wasn't there when my son was born.
That's wild.
We're calling him Joe. His big sister is real happy. She says baby Joe is just like the dolly she's always wanted, but we could never afford to get her. Truth is, we can't really afford Joe neither. I keep writing to Mickey, asking him to please tell me straight out where the gold is, but he never writes back. I'll just have to keep digging. Leavenworth Prison, Leavenworth 48, Kansas.
You want me to do a little?
Yeah, you want to?
I won't do the accent. So, now I spend all my free time digging in the woods. I dig around everything that could be a landmark. Logs, rocks, trees, stumps. Tree stumps. But I never find nothing. If you never find nothing, that means you found something.
That means you find something every time.
Yeah. Plus, I keep getting lost. These paths look so much alike, especially at night, that I spend most of my time trying to figure out where I am. So last Sunday, I memorized the way to the cemetery. It's February 11th, 1939. Even though Mickey never allowed the dogs in the speakeasy or the tunnels, I've been looking there for the gold. Because I looked everywhere else I can think of and got nowhere. Last week I found out that Mickey changed the passcode to the spigots in the speakeasy. This got my hopes up, because the way I figured it, why would Mickey change the code without telling me unless he was hiding something? But when I finally figured out the new code, I didn't find nothing in the tunnel that opened up that wasn't there before. Why Mickey spent all that money on pictures of those dogs of his, I'll never understand. That seems like such a weird...
Yeah.
Okay. I give up. Mickey's dead, and so are all his dogs.
No, they're not.
They're not. They live forever. I'll never find the gold. I got a good job offer over in Harrisburg, and I'm gonna take it. Little Joe and Sarah deserve a better life than they've gotten so far. And it's high time Callie got a nice house and a husband who doesn't spend all his time chasing after something he can't find. But I'm leaving this journal here because who knows? Maybe someday I'll suddenly remember something Mickey said, and it'll finally hit me where he hit the gold. Maybe I'll come back here and find it after all. But in the meantime, I got my family. They're what's important. They're treasure enough.
Oh.
The dogs will lead the way. I wonder what that means.
It means they'll lead the way.
Better be careful.
Yeah, you can't pick it up without the gloves.
Better be careful.
I imagined a woe there, so the woe doesn't exist. I put that there. Whoa,
I think it would have been better with the woe.
You think so? Thanks. Okay. Very cool.
There is Bud.
Very cool sport. Now what? Oh, we needed to go to M's tacky tourist trap for our it's called camouflage. In my child brain, I swear I remember dying for the mouse. That would be a good one. For the mice, would be a good second chance. My bad.
Howdy, Nancy.
Ooh.
These so-called ghost dogs left very real paw prints. I saw some near the cemetery that's by the Malone house. Have you ever been there?
Can't say as I have. Poking around cemeteries ain't exactly a hobby with me.
Yeah, but the woods are nice.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about the gold that Mickey Malone supposedly buried somewhere on his property?
All I got to say about it is, if there really was a bunch of gold buried somewhere and nobody ever found it, it's for darn sure nobody ever will. Not with them dogs up there.
Them dogs.
To make a long story short, I need some camouflage gear.
Got some right over here. One size fits all. But I'm running kind of low on bait. So if you go out and get me, say a dozen little critters, I'll give you the camos.
A dozen little critters?
Worms, spiders, beetles, grubs. Anything that wriggles on its belly'll do. Just look under stuff.
Spiders don't wriggle on their bellies, they have legs.
Yeah.
Should be able to find 12 in no time.
Do I need a permit?
Hunting for critters isn't illegal, is it?
Things ain't quite that bad around here. Least not yet. Now, if Jeff Akers' daddy was still around, you might get arrested for cruelty to animals or some such nonsense. Joe Akers used to be the deputy sheriff. Real critter lover, that one was.
Hey, that's
Joe
fine.
Akers is Jeff's father?
That's
Nothing
right.
wrong with that. Nothing wrong with being a critter lover.
We like critters.
Does the name Waldo Matthias mean anything to you?
Can't say as it does.
I found an old newspaper in Sally's house that contained an article on Mickey Malone. It really got my curiosity going. What else can you tell me about him?
Person you should talk to is Jeff Akers. He's got this historical museum thing going out at that ranger station of his.
Guess I'll see you later.
Yodelay-hee-hoo!
Well, we need a dozen little critters.
Go get some critters then.
I'm going get.
The big lake.
Why are we the same person? Get out of my head. Leave my brain alone. I was just thinking that.
My brain made up a second chance in Shadow Ranch where you walk out the front door and fall through the porch that's being built.
I love that.
But no, you can't go through the front porch or the front door.
I love that. This is a good sound. Also, look, see this right here? See this? Mm-hmm. It goes through the stone. Alright. That's enough messing around.
Enough horsing around.
It's serious, Gooba.
Always serious about critters.
I caught him. I'm quick. I'm quick with it. Hiya! That's why they call me the pincher. I got the fastest fingies on this side of the Mississippi. Squelching sounds.
Wow.
Yeah, gotcha.
I lock it. The log has cordyceps.
Ooh, don't let it get you. Oops.
That one too.
It's the same one. It's the same
Okay.
one. I clicked really fast. I told you, fastest fingies this side of the Mississippi.
Too fast.
You didn't believe me. Where'd that rock go? It disappeared. Alright, keep your critters.
Get them eventually. Always get my critters.
Come back!
I ain't going nowhere.
Okay, good. That's scared. I think we're lost. Gooba?
Don't look at me. I don't know where I am.
Music is so lovely. I didn't know you could whistle.
Here, birdie, birdie, birdie. I need a camera.
Nah. How many critters I got? Might be nighttime critter time. Nighttime critter time.
Night, critter, night, time critter.
Night critter, time critter. I think I prefer the nighttime music though. What do you think, Kim?
Yeah, that's nice.
It is nice, isn't it? Ooh!
Glowy boy.
Yeah. What's his name? Globert? A shoe. Oop. Ah! Look faster! I'm panicking.
I'm spiraling.
Oh, that's okay. Spiraling over. Ooh. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is that it? 4, 8, 12? Is that...
Yeah, I think that's 12.
I can count.
Love the chirping worms.
Right, yeah. I wonder if they talked about that. They're like, how are we gonna, like, you know, signal? Like, we have the chirping noises for the crickets. Sure. Like, how are we gonna signal a worm? I wonder if they came up with, like, a wriggling noise. And we're like, this is disgusting. That's what I want to believe. I want to believe that. Can I believe that?
Well, this was when they were putting out 2 games a year. They were probably like, guys, we don't have time for this.
Yeah.
Just do the chirp for all of them.
Yeah, that's true.
Where there were supposed to be 15, so I spent at least an hour looking for more bugs.
No. Yeah, sometimes with that bug puzzle, you can get stuck.
Yeah.
And there's like one you can't find. I got lucky there.
Hey, Nancy, how's the bait finding coming along?
Got him right here.
Well, now, you done all right for a city gal.
Thanks.
Here you go. Hope whatever you're hiding from won't catch you. How you holding up?
That's not creepy.
Any word from Tucker, what's his name? He hasn't been by to move that
Oh,
tree
the
yet.
clams
I'll
have
give
that
him
many?
another call. But like I said, the man marches to the beat of another
Makes sense.
drummer. A very slow drummer.
Guess I'll see you later.
You betcha.
The clam one is another one you get stuck on, I think.
Yeah, when you go hunting for clams.
Yeah.
Alright, we're going on a bird hunt.
Bird hunting.
Okay. You ready, Gooba?
Sorry, I was reading chat.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. I was confused. I was like, Gooba?
Gooba's not here.
If you're not Gooba, who are you?
It's me, Red Knot.
No. No. Bring Gooba back.
M's bugs, but Mary Ozzy logic, where she gives back a bug because she only needed 11.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'll take the glowworm, for sure. Pocket worm.
Pocket worm.
Where are my birds? Where my birds at?
Where you at, birdies? You can't see me, I'm camouflage.
That's right. Nancy's also silent. She doesn't say tweet tweet.
Here, birdie birdie.
Did I already get you?
I think so.
Nice. Which one's your favorite?
I
think I like him. I think he's a robin. Maybe not.
like the blue jay.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Yeah. Okay, let's get out of here. Wait. No, I'm lost. Okay, hang on. Ah! There we go. Back on track.
Blue jays are actually huge and very mean.
Oh my gosh. It was a big guy, so. But you're not mean. You're a nice feller.
Not gonna hurt you, birdie.
Alright, we gotta give Red Knot our pictures for Pep Zob.
Did we only need 5 pictures?
Oh. Oh no, we are missing one. Well, what do we do now?
How's the bird watching coming along?
I just can't seem to find a red-tailed hawk.
I can't.
Any suggestions?
Well, there's gotta be lots around here. You haven't been going around wearing sunglasses and earmuffs, have you?
No, Red, I haven't.
Well, according to my bird map, they like to nest in the big tree that's just to the southwest of the Malone house.
Southwest.
I suggest you park yourself nearby and wait. Bound to spot one sooner or later.
Mickey Malone supposedly buried a bunch of stolen gold bars on his property way back in the 20s. Did you know that?
Really? That's interesting. I don't much care, but it's interesting.
Alright,
So
then.
you don't know anything about it?
Nope.
See you in a while.
Watch yourself out there.
I never thought about how Nancy says see you in a while. She's like, I do not want to see you. So I will see you in a while if I have anything to do with it.
Like, unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to see you, but I'm gonna make sure it's a long time.
Yeah, if I gotta have a grace period, bud. See you in a while. Oh, well.
Well, I don't see any hawks, but this is probably the tree Red was talking about. At least it was the tree.
Rip. Kiar.
That sounded like a hawk.
Where is it?
I need a camera. There it is. I better get a picture before it takes off.
Can you miss it?
I need a camera.
Can it fly off?
I don't know.
I don't think you can.
I need a
You
camera.
want to test it?
I think I am
need a
testing
camera.
it.
If it does fly off, what are we gonna do?
Try. No, it's not gonna work. Here, birdie, birdie. Okay, fine. Oh, he's pretty.
There.
Capsop was gonna love that one. What? What's that?
Hey, what is that hawk standing on?
Take a picture, quick, Nancy.
Oh, that looks like a speaker.
Whap.
Huh?
Huh? What? All right, we definitely have
Better
to.
get out of here.
Nancy hands.
My arms and legs are tight.
How is she seeing
can't
her
move.
hands?
I was just thinking that. Stop
At least I can
Stop.
kick.
Get
If
out
I
of my
could
head.
just get that scythe down.
my
I could
brain
use the
alone.
blade to cut the rope around my wrists and free my hands.
I think there's a few ways you can die. She can't take a picture. She's already used up the camera's memory of 6 photos. You're so right. I love how you can use the ladder to climb up where the speaker was. Yes. Yep.
Didn't learn that until I was an adult. Yeah, sometimes you just don't notice those things until much later.
Yeah, I thought Nancy could die from this, but maybe she can't.
You're just letting gas out.
Once Nancy escapes, if you run into the woods instead of towards the well... Oh! Ooh, let's do it. Oh, yeah! There is! You're right. Thank you, Educator. Okay, apparently you can't die from this, but we're gonna try to die from the other way.
So I didn't know you could get water from the lake to put out the fire.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Oh! Sorry, bud. Man, it takes a while, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's spread the fire. Man, it's taking a minute. Can we not die from this? No, we can. You can.
Yeah, you definitely can.
You can.
So, how's everybody doing? Ooh. There we go.
And boom goes the dynamite. Alright, let's do it right. Here we go. Ow!
Jinx. Jetpack.
We share a brain zone.
Let this thing burn up. I've got to put it
Okay,
out.
run to the wood. Run to the woods. Run to the woods. Oh no! Hey kids, remember after you've been knocked out, tied up, and left the burning shed, be sure to put out the fire. I'll remember that next time.
I can't just let this thing burn up. I've got to put it out.
Thanks for that, Educator. It was a fun time. Good thing I have this preloaded bucket. Buy yours today.
What in blazes happened?
What was he doing
I saw the fire from
over
the
there?
platform and came running. You weren't in there playing with matches, were you?
I was looking at birds, and then I noticed something on the house.
He
And
said,
the
"What
next
in
thing I knew, I
blazes?"
was locked
What
in the
in
tool shed and
blazes?
somebody was setting
Yeah,
it on
fire.
fire.
Oh, you're not making much sense. Probably smoke inhalation or something. Come talk to me after you've cleaned yourself up and gotten some sleep. I need to tell you something.
Somebody tried to kill you?
I didn't say that.
Somebody
They
knocked you out,
did.
locked
She
you in a
needs to go
shed,
to a
set it on
hospital.
fire, and you think they were, what, just pulling a prank? Wake up and smell the hostile vibes, Nancy.
I guess it's just hard for me to believe that anybody would consider me to be that big a threat.
I should have never let you stay there by yourself.
Sally, I'm fine. I feel bad about your tool shed, though.
Who cares about the shed? It was full of junk anyway. I'm glad to be rid of it.
That's kind of the way Ranger Akers saw it, too. He showed up right after the birdwatcher did and ticketed me for burning refuse in a manner that endangered park property.
That's wild.
That man is insufferable.
Emily was nice, though. She came by right afterwards and wouldn't leave until I drank the tea she made for me.
Look, Nancy, one more time. If you want to leave, just say the word and I'll come get you.
Sally, one more time. I'm fine.
Honestly, you should have came back.
Promise me you'll be careful, okay?
I promise. I'll be in touch.
Yeah, you shouldn't have
You
even
better.
asked if you, you should have just been on your way when you heard it was on fire.
Yeah. The tree's in the way. Yeah, that's true. We can't go to the hospital. The tree's in the way.
True.
Tree's in the way. Well. Alright. We can switch to night and check in with Red. What does Nancy say if we try to,
It's probably not safe to go in there.
It's fine. Just go in.
It's alright.
It's good. Oh, yeah, let's, hop up here and check out that speaker. See, Nancy's car isn't here. Where's Nancy's car? And also, these trees are spaced enough.
You could... Yeah.
You could drive through.
Yeah.
You could drive through. It's gone.
Get out of my head. You guys know about the game files that say Emily put poison in the tea she made Nancy?
No.
I did not know about that.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah.
and they just decided not to use it. Like Nancy, you know, felt kind of sick. She's like, oh, I don't feel so good. And then you think it's the poison well, but it's like the tea. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. I love that. Thank you for sharing, Chaz versus Jazz. I love that. I was gonna check in with Red Knot.
Why not?
No. And Ratchet, hello. The sausage basket from Phantom of Venice, yes. Would have loved a poison hallucination or something, yes.
Hello there. I owe you an apology. After you came up here looking for those red tails, I gave my map a closer look and realized it was more than 50 years old. Reason you can't find them is probably because their favorite nesting tree is gone. Finding that hawk's gonna be harder than I thought, so why don't you just give me back my camera and I'll take it from here. It didn't get burned up in that fire or anything, did it?
It's like, I had no idea this map was so old. It called the United States the 13 colonies. I had no idea.
Somebody clobbers me over the head and then tries to barbecue me, and all you're worried about is your camera?
It's a very expensive camera.
That?
I never noticed those gas cans before.
I ran out of gas. So much for being prepared, huh? Well, that's all I wanted to tell you. I'm sure you've got places to go, things to see, people to pester.
You'll be happy to know that I did get a picture of a red-tailed hawk. So here's your camera back. I got all the birds.
Thank you, Nancy. Nice work.
Sir, it can only take 6 pictures.
To your generation.
See you in a while.
Shh, down a notch. Remember.
I'm gonna slap you around. Slap. Okay.
All right, then.
Now what? Oh. Well. Yeah, we need to check in with Ranger Acres about our water and this picture. What do you think? You down, Clown Goop?
I don't really like clowns, but I suppose I can give it a try.
Good.
It's so pretty.
Isn't it? It's cute.
Good news. I have information on your mystery
Good
woman.
news.
You are incredible, Ranger Acres. What did you find out?
Her name these days is Vivian Whitmore. She lives in Las Vegas, and her number is 702-555-9137.
Sorry to bother you again, but did those results from the water test come in yet?
There's something here for you from the State Department of Health.
Pennsylvania Department of Health. Water sample? Do not drink or test the mouthfeel of the water from the well.
Not only is the water bad, but it seems like the well may have been contaminated deliberately.
Initial tests found the vibes were completely off and the mouthfeel is all wrong. Levels of arsenic in the sample you sent us tells us the vibes are in shambles. While it is not unusual to find trace amounts of arsenic in wells in your area, this is a doo-doo dangerous amount. Therefore, the water in your well is unsafe to use for any purpose, particularly mouthfeel. Further tests have been requested. They will take 2 weeks to complete. You will be informed as to what, if anything, they uncover. I feel like any State Department isn't going to just do these tests. They're going to be like, yeah, there's something in there. It's you deal with it.
Yeah.
You deal with it. Mm-hmm. They're not going to be like, oh, we're going to find this for you and we will not rest until we discover what is wrong with your well. Like, no.
This well situation is incredibly not chill.
Conclusions without proof, Ms. Drew. I'm sure there's a far less melodramatic explanation.
I finished putting all those envelopes in order.
I just didn't tell him.
Thank you, Miss Drew. And to show my gratitude, I've got something for you.
Chances are it isn't a paycheck.
No, it's an honorary Park Ranger pin.
Yeah.
I keep them on hand so I can give them out to children whom I see demonstrating respect for park rules and regulations. A little bit of positive reinforcement.
Here, grab it by the pokey side.
Unfortunately, I
Stick yourself
don't get to keep them out that often.
Oh, gee, thanks, Ranger Acres.
Okay, more scrapped plotline stuff. It was originally intended that the culprit was throwing batteries in the well to poison it, but I think they scrapped that because arsenic as a byproduct of gold is not super uncommon. Okay, that's crazy. No, it's a pizza party for morale. Yeah, I would love to know more things that they, were gonna try out and they scrapped, or like just initial mysteries, like how far from like pitching the story to the final product, how much changed.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear it.
Anyone
What
from
do you know about a man named
HerInteractive, you're in
Joe
here.
Akers?
Why do you ask?
Write that down. Maybe you can do like a weekly series where you talk about like things that were almost in the games.
That would be crazy.
That'd be awesome.
That. Yes. Who needs the real plot would have got info on the scrap plot. Honestly, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I understand he used to be the deputy here.
So?
According to Emily Griffin, Deputy Joe Akers was your father.
Mm-hmm.
And according to the journal I found, William Akers' son was named Joe. Another coincidence?
All right.
Got him.
William Akers was my grandfather.
Got him.
Why didn't you tell me that before?
It's not exactly something I'm proud of. My father spent his whole life trying to make people forget what my grandfather was, and trying to make sure people who didn't know what he was never found out. I've been doing the same thing.
Embarrassed? Are you embarrassed?
It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. You can't choose your family.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as long as you're not a criminal, right? If you're so against it, then you're cool.
Yeah.
What did William Akers do after Malone was arrested?
I'm afraid you're going to have to excuse me, Miss Drew. In case you've forgotten, I'm a very busy man.
I did forget, because you're not doing anything.
Not official her, but when I eventually get the energy to actually post things, it's going to be hectic. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so ready. So ready. Hi, oh, darling dear. Welcome in. I saw you were playing The Root Trees Are Dead. I need to play that. I hope you had a lovely time. Thank you for the raid. I am Jetpack. This is Gooba.
I'm Gooba, hi.
And we play games together sometime. So right now we're playing through the entire Nancy Drew series. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. Thank you for coming by. We appreciate you. Oh, we got Ranger Acres mad.
I apologize for my previous behavior. As a park ranger, I strive to keep my personal feelings in check at all times, and that time I failed. It's my duty as a public servant to try to make it up to you. What would you like to know?
Did your grandfather ever find any gold on Malone's property?
If he did, he never spent it. He wasn't poor when he died, but he certainly wasn't rich.
How did the bug hunt treat you? Usually I have a time with it. But this was...
It was quick.
We did an easy one this time. We got lucky. Mm-hmm. Truly did. Because I know sometimes you can get stuck on the last one.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about the gold that Malone supposedly buried on his property?
As far as I know, it doesn't exist. It's just one of those rumors people want to believe, so they do.
Thanks for all your help.
Always a pleasure.
Is it? You seemed really annoyed with me earlier.
He got over it pretty quick.
He did. Glad to hear it. Thank you for asking. Yeah, thank you. Oh, wait. Oh, he gave us the phone number for Vivian. He did. Okay. Mm-hmm. I guess we can call her.
Yeah. Let's see where that leads us.
Yeah. I feel like there's some kind of like subtle trigger. If you don't do some portion of the game, then you can't find the last bug. Mm-hmm. Because some of the older games can be quirky like that. Okay, let's call Vivian. 137.
If you're selling something, hang up right now. I got an air horn in my hand that could deafen a dinosaur, and I'm not afraid to use it.
Oh, no, please. I'm not selling anything. Believe me. Is this Vivian Whitmore?
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. You got exactly 5 seconds to state your business.
My name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from Moon Lake, Pennsylvania. I just wanted to ask you some questions.
Oh, right. The Moon Lake Park Ranger said you might call. You have to talk fast. An old friend of mine is flying in today from Florida. And when I say old, I mean old, as in 5 years older than I am.
Ancient.
Don't bother trying to do the math, sweet stuff. You'll hurt yourself. Oh, that ranger fella said you found an old picture of me.
She's like, was it one of my nudes? You get one of my...
Hope it wasn't in Mickey's private stats.
He told me he burned all those. Last time I played Ghost Dogs, I made myself a little map of the forest to try to keep track of the bugs with AM, PM, check boxes and everything. That's dedication. Mm-hmm. That's so smart. I'm too impatient, but I love that for you. I truly do.
That's right. I found it in the cellar of Mickey Malone's old house on Moon Lake.
Moon Lake. Talk about your fond memories. I had a lot of fun there. Although I wasn't anywhere near as wild as most young people were back then. But I think Mickey kind of respected me for that. I was his gal for 5 years. He always kept birch beer on tap at that speakeasy of his just for me.
Aww. Tell me about the speakeasy.
It was in the basement, right there at Moon Lake. Feds never knew about it, but everybody who was anybody on the East Coast back then, actors, musicians, bankers, politicians, they knew. You weren't big time unless you'd made at least one trip to Moon Lake Mickey's.
She probably had a life.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear more stories from her.
That's weird. I'm staying in his old house on Moon Lake, and I haven't seen any sign of a speakeasy.
Of course you haven't. You're not supposed to.
Right.
Only Mickey and Willie knew how to get into the speakeasy from the house. The rest of us had to go in and out the regular way, through the cemetery.
She's like, I couldn't find a hidden bar anywhere. Oh, man.
Oh, jeepers.
Who's Willie?
The guy who ran the speakeasy for Mickey.
William Akers, the guy you call Willie. He wrote about looking for the gold that Malone had supposedly buried on his property at Moon Lake. Do you know anything about that?
The hole in the floor gold heist. Well, I'll be darned.
Well, like, they always talk about Willie being, like, a really dedicated employee of Mickey Malone. Mm-hmm. And, like, he ran the speakeasy. But then once Mickey Malone was arrested, he was broke. Like, dude didn't pay him well.
Yeah.
Like, I know Mickey was like, hey, but if you go here, you can find the gold. So that's nice of him. But, like, you didn't pay him well while you were out of jail.
Yeah. You should have given him more, like, easier way to find the gold.
Yeah. And he came back and he took care of your dogs after you were gone. All that. Like,
yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So it's true? He did bury gold on his property?
Truth be told, when Mickey told me he was the one who pulled off that heist and that he'd buried 20 gold bars at Moon Lake, I didn't believe him. I thought he was making it up. See, Mickey and I were on the outs by then. I thought he was just trying to entice me to come back. But if he told Willie the same thing, maybe there's something to the story after all.
Did he ever say anything to you about a map?
Yes. He said he was making a treasure map and that... the dogs. Something about those dogs of his.
The dogs will
Better
lead
talk
the way?
nicer about them.
He was
dogs.
always saying that. In fact, I'm pretty sure he had it engraved on his tombstone. Think, Viv, think. He said he was making a treasure map and that he was also having paintings done of each dog.
We need a painting of
He made it sound
Roxy.
like one thing had something to do
We
with
have
the
her
other, like he
Pokemon
was giving
card.
me some big
We need
important
more.
clue. But I just figured he was playing games, trying to lure me back with mystery and intrigue. I told him to buzz off. Maybe I shouldn't have.
Tell us why you guys broke up. I want to hear about it.
I want to know everything about your life, please.
Yeah.
Did he say what he was going to do with the paintings?
He said he was going to hang them in the speakeasy, and I'm sure that's precisely what he did.
Can you remember anything about Malone's dogs that might suggest where he hid the gold?
I stayed away from his dogs. They made me nervous, always jumping around, barking at this or that. The only one I liked was, what was his name? Iggy! I liked Iggy because he was nice and quiet. He just lay on the porch all day and didn't make a peep.
Somebody at HerInteractive loved the name Iggy. Like, it's a really cute name, but they have this Iggy, they have Iggy the Iguana and Legend of Crystal Skull. Like they went in.
They probably have a pet named Iggy.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about the safe that's in the cellar of his house at Moon Lake?
You must be talking about the wall safe. That was Willie's. By Willie, I mean William Akers, one of the guys who worked for Mickey.
Yeah, we established that.
She's old. It's okay.
What can you tell me about William Akers?
All right, Maggie. Have a good night. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate
Mickey treated all his other men like dirt, but not Willie. He honestly liked Willie, respected him, trusted him implicitly.
Did you say people
Paid
would
him
normally
like
enter
dirt.
the speakeasy through the cemetery?
There was a lock hidden in one of the tombstones in that little cemetery behind the house. You needed a key to unlock it, and when you did, stairs would appear that led to the speakeasy.
Do you have any idea how to get into Malone's speakeasy from the house?
I sure don't. That saloon was built using two main ingredients, concrete and secrecy. Mickey always bragged that nobody could get in unless he wanted them in, and I do believe he was right. But I'll tell you what, if you send me that picture of me and Mickey, I'll send you my key.
So his girlfriend of 5 years did not know how to enter in from the main house, which means that whenever he had a party, he had her go with everybody else to the graveyard and go through the grave to get there.
Wow.
If you had a speakeasy and you were like, no, go with the commoners through the grave hole, hop in that grave hole, jetpack, I'd just be like, we got problems. I'm telling the cops about your grave hole.
Not my grave hole.
Yeah, your grave hole. Hello, 911? He's got an unauthorized grave hole. That's what I do. That'd be the end of your grave hole.
The key to the tombstone? You still
You can
have
work
it?
something out.
It's in the bottom of my jewelry box. I've come this close to throwing it out 100 times, but it's so small and the memories it brings back are so big. Well, I just couldn't, as a joke. Mickey had a tombstone made with the name of this federal agent who had it out for him inscribed on it. That's the one the key unlocks.
It's been fun talking to you.
I'll be suing you.
Why does she say that? Why does she say that?
I assume it's a play on "I'll be seeing you."
Maybe. Okay, so let's head to the graveyard and see if we can... Oh, no, we're supposed to send that picture. But you're so smart, buddy.
I know a couple things.
You know a thing or two. Okay, Ranger Akers will definitely mail this for us. Mr. Akers, we need help.
That's a good impression of her. It was, wasn't it?
Who did it?
I think you did.
Did I? Oh, cool. I couldn't remember which one of us did it.
Hello again, Miss Drew. Am I in for another interrogation?
If you're lucky.
I'd like to mail this photo to the woman in Las Vegas. Can you do that for me?
As always, I'm here to serve, Miss Drew. Just give it to me.
But I'm a very
I'll
busy
take care
man.
of it. I'm sure she'll be very
I did great,
pleased to
thank
get this back.
I couldn't remember. I'll have to look at it. I'll look at the
Where's
street
Yogi?
later.
In the run out back. Even out of sight, he's under my full control, as park rules require.
Thanks for
I
all
don't care
your
about
help.
any of that. I just
Always
wanted
a
to pet
pleasure.
her.
Yeah, I wanted to pet it.
I don't care about your stupid rules.
Yeah. Beep your rules. You beep. Sorry.
Goodness.
Sorry about that. I got a little intense. I'll admit it.
I'm carried away.
This is really cute.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine like a little cafe right here.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Nice junior park ranger pin.
I love
You
that
must
Nancy is
really
wearing
be on
it.
Acres' good side.
I love that Nancy got this pin and she put it on. She's like, yes, I'm going to solve this as a junior ranger.
This is the pride of my life.
Guess I'll see you later.
Keep on trucking.
Why did I go here? Just to see what's up?
I guess.
All right. What now? Da, da, da.
We need to wait until the E comes in.
I guess. We can chat with Bess for a minute, I guess. Or Sally. Let's see what Sally has to say. Ah, oh, dang it, I messed it up. Alright. You might have some things to say to us.
Hello?
Hey, Sally, it's Nancy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, how's it going?
That Emily Griffin is quite a character. How well do you know her?
I feel like I've known her all my life. She's so open and friendly. She likes to make it sound as if Moon Lake used to be a major hangout for criminals and degenerates, which isn't really true and irks some people around here no end. But I figure he's just trying to make a buck.
I'm afraid I have some bad news. I had your well water tested, and according to the health department, it contains a very high level of arsenic.
Arsenic? Somebody poisoned my well?
The health department can't say for sure yet, but if that is the case, do you have any idea who would do a thing like that?
No.
The dogs!
And it doesn't matter.
Malone's dogs!
I love that house, and I am going to live in it. If that well's bad, I'll just dig another one. At least I will when I know for sure why bad things keep happening there. You are going to figure that out, right, Nancy?
You bet I am.
I knew I could count on you.
Were you ever told that Mickey Malone supposedly buried a small fortune in gold bullion somewhere on your property and that it has yet to be found?
Like the flavoring bullion?
I was just thinking.
Is this a joke?
Yeah, I'm just
pulling your leg, dummy. That's what you get for abandoning me at a haunted cabin.
I'm taking the gold.
It's probably just a rumor, but on the off chance that it isn't, do you have any idea where he could have hidden it?
No. Could it be true?
It could be, yes. But even if it is a rumor, it seems kind of odd that no one around here ever mentioned it to you.
How did you hear about it?
I found the journal of a man named William Akers in a safe in your cellar. He was one of Malone's closest associates. Ever hear of him?
Never.
In the paperwork that you had to wade through when you bought this property, do you recall ever coming across the name Vivian Whitmore?
No, I sure don't. Who's she?
Why would she be on? She didn't own it. Why would she be on the paperwork?
Yeah.
Like a legally blonde. I'm taking the taking the gold, dumbass.
A close friend of Mickey Malone's, or so it would seem.
Her name wasn't anywhere on the deed. I know that.
Are you aware that you're the proud owner of your very own cemetery?
Yes. When the realtor told me there was a cemetery on the property, I went, ugh. But when I saw how far from the house it was and how small it was, I decided I could live with it, as it were.
Plus, they're really quiet neighborhoods.
So you didn't go out there much?
No.
Talk to you later.
Stay in touch.
Like, no, I didn't, weirdo.
No.
I didn't.
You're weird.
That's strange behavior, Nancy. Let's sleep for a day.
I think we've earned it at this point.
Why not? Mr. Akers, we're back to bother you. He loves us. Oh, hi, buddy.
Yogi.
I love you so much. I would die for you.
Hey, buddy.
I would die for you, Yogi. Okay, we do have an ad coming up, so we're gonna go a quick BRB. So get a drink, fart, stretch your legs, and smell the air. I don't know. Be right back. All right, we're back. And you know what? We're actually gonna call it here. You guys don't mind? You mind?
I don't mind.
I don't
Should
mind.
probably save, right?
I already saved.
Oh, okay.
I did.
Okay. And Zeducator, yes, that is what she meant.
That made me laugh so hard when you said smell the air after we farted. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you for everybody who rated. This was a fun time. I'm glad we could play. I'm glad we got back to playing some Nancy Drew. And we're going to continue it next week. We are also going to raid somebody. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Don't hate me. Oh my gosh. We're going to raid somebody. There's a raid message, I think. Did it work? I don't think this is working. I don't think my buttons are working. That's rude. I don't know. Just say hi. This person is playing the Nancy Drew games in order. It looks like they just started their streaming journey. So if you say hi, tell them how much we love Nancy Drew. They seem chill. I don't know them, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But we do other stuff other places. And yeah, you got anything else to say, Gooba?
Yeah. You can check us out on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all at Gooba and Jetpack. And yeah, we will see you here next Sunday for more Nancy.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Bye.
Bye, guys.